Mr. Secret.
Hey,
All right.
hi everybody.
Well,
um,
whenever you're ready to go.
all right. Thank you, Mr. Deagle. Welcome everybody. We are gonna be doing a Resident Evil 2 tutorial. I'm gonna be talking about a lot of strats and stuff that could like work for any category, but I'm gonna be doing specifically Leonade. So, first off, thanks for letting me be here. It's awesome. And I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Any questions, we'll be happy to help. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you for doing it.
Sure. All right, so first off, I want to start talking about a little bit of this version of the game. So we use the SpeedRun version, which is the Japanese version that came on 2006, if I'm not mistaken. And the reason is just because it's a little more optimized for speedrunning, as well as since it's in Japanese, it allows us to scroll text faster, like in any other classic Resident Evil. So that helps a lot in speedrun stuff, right? Something else I want to mention before like starting the gameplay is that if you want to go like for competitive times on this game, and there's a small thing that happens, like a little bug in the game, and it's like if you start a normal run, and sometimes if you don't skip the first cutscene in a specific moment, you will lose 1 second at the beginning. So the way to bypass that is when you go to SpeedRun.com, you can download the auto splitter, right? So once you download it and you just open it, and there's a function right there that's called reset. Just get rid of everything that's inside that function, and that will allow the timer to go on even if you're in the starting menu. Like right now, as you can see, my timer is running. If I would have like what's inside the reset function in that auto splitter, the timer will only start when you see movement in the game. So get rid of that, and that will allow you to skip the first cutscene properly. So what we do is we skip the cutscene in 0.6 seconds, and it's like x 0.6. So it doesn't matter what the first number is. For instance, right now it's 38.3940, and that number doesn't matter, but what matters is that you skip it at 0.6. So if you do that, you would save 1 second. That's necessary if you're going for competitive times. So that's something that a lot of people don't know, but I hope that like covers that up, because it's kind of tricky to understand. But that's it. Just go to the auto splitter, get rid of what's inside the reset function, and that will make it work like this. Right, so I'm gonna do an example of that. I'm gonna start a run, and I'm gonna skip it properly. So whenever you see 0.6, that's when I skip, and it should allow the timer to start in 0. If you don't, it starts from 1 second, and that's the time loss. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And welcome everybody, nice to see you. So this is the cutscene. You have to skip it at 0.6. It doesn't matter when you do it, but what matters is that you skip it at that point. So let's see. There. So you can see the timer starts from 0. Alright, I'm gonna do it wrong this time. So I'm gonna skip it wrong, and it should start from 1 second. It's kind of tricky to see at the beginning, but yeah, it is like that. I'm gonna try to skip it wrong this time. So for instance, there. Okay, that that actually worked there for some reason. It's kind of weird. Sometimes it works in the. It's supposed to be at 0.6, but sometimes it works at whatever number. Maybe there. No, that's still good. It starts from 0. And also this works in, if I'm not mistaken, in all the other categories. Let me do it again until we get the bad example.
It's funny how when you try to show off something that goes wrong, it just
Yeah,
won't do it.
exactly. Yeah, and when you want to show it the right way, it goes wrong. It's hard because the number is just too fast. No, that's right as well. Well, let's try. If it doesn't work, then we'll keep going. But yeah, that's the thing. Just try to keep it at 0.6, and it should start from 0. There. That's it. It started from 1 second. As you can see, my timer is already in 2 seconds. It shouldn't be. So if you see that that's happening to you, you're losing 1 second at the beginning. So I think I skipped it at 0.5. So I think it's more like if you skip it before 0.6, it doesn't work. There's like a little window from 0.6 to 0.9. If you skip it there, it works. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to point that out because it's something that I figured out when I was like, I already had like a really good time, and I didn't know that. And it was Mr. Pyramid who taught me that. So yeah. All right. So yeah, let's start. Oh well, actually, before we actually get into the run itself, I will explain how to do how the doors in the game works, as well as the menu, and a couple more things that are different from at least RE3. This game is a little more similar to RE1 than it is to RE3. But yeah, so first off, I'm gonna explain how the menu works in this game, as well as the doors. So let's go wherever. Just load a save here. And alright. So I'm gonna explain menu first. Because there's not like, I prefer to explain it now because I can do it properly, and then we can move forward to actually the run. So how the menu works on this game is, for some reason, if you do specific inputs inside the menu, you can reach every slot in the game in a faster way than if I will try to reach it like this. Like for instance, for slot number 7, what you would normally do and what you have to do in other versions is just going down like as fast as you can, right? But on this version, you can do a specific like prompt of inputs to reach that slot. So for instance, for slot 7, we do right, down, left. Not at the same time, it's just like a fighting game. We do down, right, down, left, and like fast, but not at the same time, if that makes sense. So that allows us to reach different spots in a faster way. So first slot is just first slot. Second slot, you do it normally, just go right. And third slot, go down normally. Now for the fourth slot, you do down left. So down left. That's faster. Okay.
Are those two at the same time for fourth slot, or is it down then left?
Down then left, exactly. So you have to give it a little delay. If you do it at the same time, it doesn't work, and it will just register the first one. But yeah, you have to wait a little bit. It's just a little bit. It's almost immediate, but not at the same time. So down then left. For instance, slot number 6 is right then down. So this makes it really fast, but at the same time it's kind of hard, because when you want to do really optimal runs, you want to do it really fast, but sometimes you do the wrong like combination of keys and you end up in another slot. So this is something you have to practice a lot. So down left, 4th slot, 5th slot is right down, and then 6th slot, yep, 6th is down right, yeah. 7th slot is right, down, left. This is it's not as hard. The hardest one is the slot 8. The slot 8, I don't think many people use the slot 8 in the fast way, because it's really tricky to do. It's down, right, left, down, right, left. There you go. So once you're in the first slot, go down, right, left, and that goes super fast. So That allows you to save a lot of time because we open the menu a lot, several times throughout the run. So there you go. And there's no, unlike Resident Evil 3, when you open the menu, you are almost immediately allowed to move to the slot you want. In RE3 you have to wait a little bit, there's a delay before you can input anything. So I hope that makes sense, and we will be using that a lot throughout the run. And yep, that's the menu on the game. Now we're gonna talk about doors. So if there are any questions, you let me know, right, Evil? Because I'm not really into the chat right now. Sorry. All right.
Yeah, I'll let you know of any.
Okay. So, doors in this game. Unlike RE3 in the Taiwanese version, this version has fixed time for every door. So you can skip the door cutscenes, but at a fixed time. If I'm not mistaken, in RE1 you can skip them immediately and the timer stops in the doors? I'm not sure.
Yeah, RE1 it completely stops, so
Yeah.
you can skip it immediately, you can wait out the door, whatever you want, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So, in RE3, the timer keeps going, and in RE2, in this game, it also happens like that. So, the difference between RE2 and RE3 is that in RE3 there are a lot of different doors, different timings for doors. In this game, all doors have the same time, and that includes ladders and special things like, I don't know, when you are like going through the, through ladders and going to stairs, and that works as well. So it's the same time, and it's 1.45 seconds. So once you open the door, you want to wait 1.45 seconds and then skip the door. So there are three main ways of doing this. You can have a detail timer in your light split, that's allowed for speedrunning. So the detail timer, it's the gray timer that's right below the big timer, which is in red. So the gray timer is the detail timer. That resets every time you enter into a room. See? So, for instance, if I just it's not working now because I'm not in the right room, and the auto splitter needs to verify that I'm in the room to split. But once you enter the room, every time that gray timer right below the red timer is gonna start from 0. So that allows you to see when to skip the door. So when it goes 1.45 seconds, you skip. There's two other ways to do it, which are considerably easier. It takes a lot of time to get used to skipping doors like that, because you have to watch the game and then like watch the timer and then go back to the game. So you have to like move your eyes into that, but you get used to it, and it's a more precise and accurate way of doing it, if that makes sense. So the other way is there a lot of doors in the game have like knobs. Not all of them, but oh damn. Sorry for that. 1 second. My monitor got unplugged.
Oh.
1 second, please. Okay, there you go. So a lot of doors have knobs, and they turn the animation, so they start turning when you open the door. So when you see a lag frame, we call them lag frame. So it's like the movement gets interrupted. Once you see that, you can skip the door. So it's kind of hard to see at the beginning, but yeah. Or what you can do if you're just starting is just skip when the knob starts moving. So I'm gonna start looking for the lag frame there, and then you can skip. So it's like it starts moving a little bit and then you skip. You can skip right after you see after you watch the knob moving, the knob of the door, but you will be losing a little bit of a couple of frames. So there. Alright, so most of the doors have knobs, but there are, as we talked before, ladders and stairs, and they don't. So it's kind of hard to do it that way. There's another way, which is listening to the music. When the music fades, and then you can skip the door. But as you can see, not all rooms have music, so that's a problem as well. But yeah, those are the three ways to skip doors in the game, and just remember that every door has the same timing. So this, for instance, here, you can't see any knobs, so you have to like time it. If you're gonna do it like that, I'm gonna get poisoned there. All right, and that's it. That's how you skip doors and how you manage menu on this game. Now we can start running. Right, so we're gonna do Leonade. There's a lot of things going on at the beginning, and just remember to try to skip this cutscene at the right moment. What I do here is just holding run forward, and as soon as I see image from the game, I tap right with my hand, and then that allows me to dodge the first zombie. When I reach the third zombie, when I'm in the middle, I move left. So it goes like this. So that's there. I tap right and then go left. Close the line, and there just keep going. So here, I'm gonna pause here for a second. When you're in this corner, if you have a white line, there's a zombie that's gonna be spawning here. And right in front of Leon, where I am right now. So that's not RNG, that's a frame rule. If you have a white line, that's the condition. If you do a bad line there, like you get close to that last zombie, there's another zombie that always spawns here. Yeah, so you don't want that. You want to be as far away as from that zombie, from the last one, and then the zombie here will never spawn. Yeah. Oh yeah, something else I wanted to mention is that you can play these games in whatever you want. Like your inputting method can be whatever you want, a controller or a keyboard. That's up to you. But in this game, you have to mash a lot, so make sure to play into something you're comfortable mashing. Like doors, you need to when you pick up items as well as opening doors, you need to mash. Unlike RE3 where you just hold the key and then Jill can open the door. In this game, in RE1 as well, you have to mash to open doors and pick up items. So just make sure to... I use a keyboard. It's pretty comfortable for me, but I know that there are other people that don't like keyboards. They prefer using controllers. That's perfect. Mr. Clicks has the record in RE1 with a controller, and many people use controllers and are tremendous players, so I think that's not a big deal. Just go with you're most comfortable with. And yep, so I'm gonna do this part again, and I'm gonna show how the first line, if I do it white, the zombie will spawn. And yep, tutorial time. Yep, that's right. Hi Anto, hi Martin, hi Witch, everybody. Alright, so 0.6 I skip, hold up forward, then tap right. I reached that door in the... Oh wait, I said I was gonna do the wrong line. Okay, I messed up there. Oops. Yeah, too much muscle memory. I will say I'm gonna do something and I do the opposite. So again, what you want to do is be exactly far from that last zombie. But if you don't, look, if I'm close here, well, you're not supposed to do that, but if you're close to that zombie, this zombie here will spawn. I got the vibe there, that's why it didn't spawn, but let's try it. Thank you, Immortal. Gracias. I can do things wrong now, what? There you go. So as you can see, I did like a really wide line, so this zombie will spawn here. But as long as you're far from that last zombie, this zombie should never spawn, okay? And that's it. If it spawns, it's not a big deal, just dodge him like inside line and then you reach Kendo. And that's it. Alright, this split on my splits doesn't work for some reason, but after this room you'll start watching the timer, the detail timer. It will say it will start every time I reach a room. It will start from 0. So every time it reaches 1.45, I will skip the door. That's the optimal way of doing it. Hey Cleats, welcome sir. Right, so no big deal here, just hold run up and right and try to reach the door. There. As you can see, it starts from 0, the gray timer, and I skip at 1.45. Alright, this room here is... Did I pause? Yeah. This room here is quite complicated on this game. There are several RNGs, like several RNGs. Thank you, Anto. Love for you as well. But like, it's really hard to get to know them all. In my experience, there are like between 6 and 9 different RNGs here. Some of them are super weird, and some of them are really common. So this is the gate. This is why Leon is really annoying, because the RNG here is really important. Well, it's not like if you have a bad RNG, you won't be able to get record, but it matters a lot because it's at the beginning, and there are a couple other sections later that you will need good luck, good RNG as well. So when I'm in the gate, you have to analyze the behavior of the zombies. We used to think that the color of the zombie mattered at some point, but we discarded that idea eventually. What really matters is how you see what's the position, the initial position of the zombies here. That only comes through with time. You will only understand like the different patterns with time. It's really hard to explain it with words. Even myself showing, it will be really hard to explain what the different RNGs are there. But the RNG, there are two parts. The first part is when you reach the gate. If the zombies are banging the door, if they're mashing the door, that's bad RNG. So when you hear that, the first thing you have to do is open your menu and close the menu. That will allow the zombies to, like, if you don't do that, you have to go a little more to the bottom so you can activate the cutscene. But by opening and closing the menu, you can activate the cutscene. So let's see what RNG we get, and I'll try to talk about that. Okay, as you can see, that's good RNG because they were not banging the door. So no mashing the door, that's good RNG. Now, what's next is trying to turn around. So what I do is I have a visual cue here. There's a lamp in the ceiling, or close to the ceiling. You want to reach that lamp, and once you reach it, you let go of all buttons and press aim. That will make Leon or Claire as well aim to the zombie. But as like while they're aiming, the zombies will open the door. So it's kind of tricky. I'm gonna try to do it until we get it. So you can see that when they open the door, I'll be already looking forward. Like I don't have to turn around and move forward to the zombies. I will be already looking to the right direction. There you go. As you saw, I was running to that direction. They opened the door, but I press aim right at that frame, and after the cutscene, when they show the zombies, I'm already looking into the right direction. So that's tricky, but what I do is just look at that lamp in the ceiling. When you see that Leon is reaching it, or Claire, you just press aim and she will be looking at the right direction, or Leon will be looking there. So that's the first part of the RNG, if they're mashing the door or not. Remember, if they're mashing the door, open and close the menu and do the same thing. If they're not mashing, don't do anything with the menu, just go. So that's good RNG. This time we got the good RNG. I'm just pausing here to explain how it works. Now we have the second part of the RNG, which is the shots to the zombies. So what we do here is we shot the zombie that's closest. We want to shoot down, because the animation when Leon or Claire shoot down, it takes less frames to start up. So if you just shoot normally, it takes a little more time. So when we shoot down, it's faster. So the RNG is you have to do a quick shot here. There's a lot of things going on, but yeah. There's something that I forgot to mention at the beginning that's called quick shooting here, and then that also happens in Area 1 and in Area 3. You can quick shoot with a pistol and with almost every gun. So here you want a quick shot to the zombie. But the second part of the RNG here also comes into place. So when you start recognizing what the RNG is, the zombie will get stunned with 1 or 2 shots, right? So 1 shot will be the best when you shoot him and he gets stunned, like he moves backwards, and then you can go. But sometimes it takes 2 shots to stun him, so that's like a bad RNG. And the hard thing is that because you have to quick shot, it takes like because you have to quick shot, it takes time to decide what to do. Like you almost have to commit to shot 2 times, right? And so that's like the hard part. You don't have too much time to think here, so it's just a matter of practice. Let's see if I can do. Let's see what RNG we get here. I wasn't paying attention when we came here, but at this point you are supposed to know what the RNG is. If he's gonna get stunned with 1 or 2 shots. At this point where we are, you should already know. That's 2 shots. As you can see, the 2 shots make him go like backwards. That's when you start moving. The thing here is that the RNG was terrible because the other zombie is right there and he's gonna bite me no matter what. So this is a reset. You will normally reset, but hi Donkey, Mr. Pyramid. Welcome guys. And I hear if we act up in the classroom, Se3cret will smack us with a ruler. Yeah, don't do that. So, well, as you can see, that's 2 shots. And that's bad RNG. What you want is just to have 1 shot and then go. Let's do 1 more, and I'll try to do it in a single movement so you can see it with a little more detail.
So when you smack them with the roller, make sure you hit their knuckles so they actually learn.
Exactly. You have to learn, guys. I'm interested in doing something like this for career. Yeah, it will be great to see Mr. Tanky doing some tutorials. There are a lot of really talented runners, and best thing is everybody has like their different strats and that work differently, so that's pretty cool to see. Like maybe what I'm like explaining now may not be the same way someone does, like Tanky does it, and that's cool because there's like variety in all of that.
By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with
Right.
zombies.
So hold forward, right. Just try to skip this and open door. Wait for 1.45, skip and go. Let's see what RNG we get here. Bad RNG, 1 shot. There you go. So as you could see, it's all a single motion. When I was going to the gate, it was the bad RNG. They were mashing the door. You can hear it. And then I open the menu, close the menu. That makes it so the cutscene will start like as soon as possible. If you don't do that, you have to like move differently. You have to go more to the bottom or move backwards, forward, backwards to try to activate the cutscene. But I think opening the menu is the fastest there if you have a bad RNG. After bad RNG, I look up the ceiling, check out my lamp, press aiming, Leon turn around. I move forward, and I already knew what the RNG was. As I said before, it's really hard to like know what the RNG is. It takes a lot of time, but it's the hint I give you is just try to look up for their position, their initial position. But there's like a lot of variety on that. Okay, so I got close to the zombie, shot to the floor, shot down, and he got stunned, and then I moved, and that's pretty much it. That's the gate. We reset a lot there. If like we try to go for world record paces, that's like a huge reset point if you get like bad RNG there. So that's pretty much it. After that, these parts are more relaxed. There are a couple more RNGs before RPD. Oh, okay. So these ladders here, you don't have to mash. You don't have to mash to like go through the ladders. Just hold your action key, and Leon will, or Claire will climb that. So here I'm holding, he climbs down. This next thing I'm holding, he climbs up. I'm holding, he climbs down. I'm not mashing. Only thing you want to mash is the doors. Those zombies there have a little RNG, but it's not the big deal. Now here in the boss. So here in the boss, more RNG. The zombie that's in the floor, we call her Misty, because she really looks like Misty. She can die with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots. So as you can imagine, 6 shots is really slow. You don't want that. And when I think when I did it the 48, 45, I had a 4 shots RNG, which is really bad. But I was like, oh, what the hell? Let's take it. So don't get really upset if you get like 4 shots. It's not a big deal. You can keep going and have a great time still. So yeah, the zombie in the floor, Misty, it's RNG. You want a quick shot? I didn't explain that. I should explain how to quick shot. Damn it. You want a quick shot with the gun? We'll explain that in a bit. And then you want to react when she dies. So she can die with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you see that she's dead, just move forward. And after that, there's another zombie. You need to shoot that guy as well. And that zombie is also RNG. And he can get stunned with 1 or 2 shots. So you have to react to that as well. Let's try and see what we get. So I'll try to explain it as I go. So I get close. 1, 2, 3. What? 4? That's really bad. 4 and 2. Okay, so 4 shots for Misty. That's super bad. You can still take it. Like you can get. As I said, on this game I got a 48, 45 with that RNG, with this same RNG. So it doesn't really matter. You can still take it, but it's always standard. And the other zombie got stunned with 2 shots, so that's terrible RNG. The legendary RNG is 2-1, 2 shots and 1 to the zombie. That only happened to me like 3 times in all my practice. So it's really rare. The most common one is 3 shots for Misty and 1 shot for the other zombie. But there you go. That's how you move forward in the boss. Okay, here just pre-turn and go. This line's pretty free. Just pre-turn and go. Nothing weird here. 1.45, skip the door. Pre-turn and go. Little to left, and there. I reach RPD. 1.45 every time I skip the doors. Right. So here I'm gonna explain pretty quick how to quick shot on this game. I think it's the same for all games. So okay, you can use that if you want to practice. You can use up, down, left, right, aim. That's the cheat for infinite bullets. So if you want to practice, you can use that. So quick shooting works as in RE2, RE1 and RE2. It's the same thing. So you want to do a normal shot. After a normal shot, you want to hold aim. You want to hold aim. No, you want to hold action. Sorry, and then start mashing aim. So what you want to practice first, if you're like trying to develop the technique at the beginning, do a normal shot and then hold action or shooting, whatever key you have for shooting. So just do that and hold action. After that, just let go of aiming and start mashing the aiming key. So at the beginning you're gonna be missing a lot, but then you start getting the timing. So this is a normal shot, and this is fast. Right, so in RE2, the quick shots are kind of hard, but it doesn't matter. So there are slow quick shots and fast quick shots. I'm not sure if that's a thing on R1, but I can confirm that's something that happens in R2 and R3. The thing in R3 is that the quick shooting is a little easier, but you need perfect quick shots, almost perfect, to get what you want there, which is the worm. In this game, the quick shots are harder, but you can do slow quick shots. So that's like what's different from games. And the way you get the slow quick shot, I think, is, and there's like a window of frames where you can shoot. So if you are not in that window, it'll still be a quick shot, but it will be slow. So in this game, I recommend always mashing the aiming key. So if I'm shooting, I'm always mashing, because you can also time it. I will try to talk about that a little more when I have the Magnum, okay? So yeah, that's pretty much it about quick shooting, but I'll talk a little bit about that before the first boss. Okay, so we reach RPD, just move forward, move to the left, and try to reach this room, which is the Marvin's room. There you go. So we can't skip cutscenes on this version of the game, which is unfortunate. So there's nothing you can do here, just listen to the cutscenes a million times and learn the dialogues. That's what I do. But yeah, I think in the GameCube version you can skip the cutscenes, but you can't skip doors. So that's like, it compensates. And I think there's a mod that allows you to skip cutscenes, but I think it was never verified for speedrunning. So yeah. So yeah, we have to watch cutscenes. This is a perfect time for donation. I'm just kidding. But this perfect time for questions if you have.
Not long after that, all this started to happen.
Yeah, and for the questions, just tag me. I guess you're looking at chat too, so you can probably see things as
Yep.
they come up.
Definitely.
You can still make donations. I turned off the alerts so that it doesn't interrupt the tutorial later. But those are there as well if you want. We're still supporting Rise Above the Disorder.
Just hold on.
Okay, 1.45 seconds. Here you just want to pre-turn. Move, you want to pre-turn around this angle and then just move forward. Right, close to the wall. Mash to the computer. This prompt, you can hold the key. You don't have to mash. You hold the key. You have to mash again right here in this prompt. Not long after that, all of this started to happen. That's right, Mr. Pyramid. Right, and after you're done with that, pre-turn, go. Pretty simple lines, just try to reach doors, nothing special here. Remember, the door I skip at 1.45 seconds, move to the right, move to the left, open door. Pretty simple lines, nothing special here. So here we reach the Mr. Licker here, first time, and the dodge is pretty simple, just move forward, and while you're moving forward, tap left, and that's pretty much it. Nothing else. You don't want to do anything fancy here. Just move forward, then tap left as soon as you can, and that's it. That's it. Open door. 1.45. Go. Now we're going to the Stars office. Alright, here before this door, there are gonna be a couple of zombies before the stairs to go to the Stars office. All you want to do here is just hold while after you open the door, while you're waiting for the skip of the cutscene of the door animation. Just hold up or forward and left and run. That will allow you to like avoid the zombie that's right there, and that's all you have to do. So let's try that. So I'm holding up and left. That's it. up and left until you reach the wall, and then just move forward. That's pretty much it. Alright, we're now reaching the worst enemies of the runners, the statues. So just reach the statues. These are really annoying. There's a lot of reset here, because this part is like, if you do a bad movement, you'll lose a lot of time. That's the thing, you lose a lot of time. So this is how we do it. Just push the statue. 1, 2, 2 with Leon. I think with Claire you have to push it a little more, but with Leon it's 2. Once you're done with that, just let go, pre-turn left, go, pre-turn right, and go and push again. So here you can see if you're gonna get stuck or not by watching Leon's feet. Just watch his right feet, and there's like a white line in the tile in the floor. If you see that his shoe is past that line, you're gonna get stuck. So let's do it. Let's push it wrong first. There, as you can see, I'm gonna get stuck because I am really past the white line. So what you wanna be is before this white line here, right there. So if you do that, you won't get stuck, never. Just keep pushing to the end of the wall. And here, it's not necessary that you go all the way to the wall. You can leave a little bit of space, but don't get too greedy, because if you leave that too much space, it won't work. So I'm gonna do it wrong first, and then I'm gonna show the right way. So wait, that's a lot. So you don't want to be that greedy, because it's not gonna work. Okay, as you can see, it should work there, but I didn't push it enough, so it didn't work. So I'm gonna try that again. I have to come back, and the statue will reset to its position. So let's do it again. 1, 2, return left, run, return right, go. Okay, the Leon's shoe is right in the white line. That's good. And there, that's good. More than that, it's rip, so don't do it. There you go. When you hear the sound, that's the confirmation sound. And that's it. Just go. Return here and go to the star's office. Right. Move forward, go left, and pick up the book in the table. And after picking up that book, there's the first cancel, the first item cancel that you do. So the way you do it fast. Oh, I forgot to mention this. As you can see, when I'm picking up items, the text scrolls fast. That's because I'm holding. You can either hold running or cancel, the cancel key, or you can also hold the action or the shooting key. So if you hold that, every time you pick up an item or you see any prompts in the screen, the text will scroll faster. So that's what I always do. Most of the times I do it with the running key. So I'm just holding that, and that makes the text go super fast. That's something a lot of people don't know at the beginning, so it's good to talk about that. And well, in this particular item, after I have picked up the item, it's the Chris diary, I think. I don't remember. After that, you will have the medallion. Once you get that, you have to cancel. So the way you cancel is similar to the way you make the text go fast. So you hold cancel, you hold action, shooting, and then mash cancel. That will make the prompt go faster. So let's see if we can do it. There you go. So here, this is the cancel. I'm supposed to hold cancel and hold action and mash cancel. That makes it faster. I did it slow there, but you'll see that throughout the run. All Alright, second cutscene. You got the medallion. Now just keep going. Now we have to go back to the beginning of the RPD. Put the medallion in the statue and you'll get the key. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing fancy here. Just remember to skip prompts faster by holding action. Or cancel, or the cancel key. So we are doing the 80% route. I forgot to mention that. So I'm not taking the shotgun there in the locker. Just go as fast as you can. Here, just running forward, open door. Nothing weird here. Pre-turn and go. Alright, here. Push the statue. So you want to push it until you see like this, the line of the statue get aligned with the line of this thing here. So once that's done, you can let go. It's kind of risky if you do it that precise, because sometimes you can get stuck. So you don't want that. You can go a little more for safety.
You are also capturing your cursor, so you can probably point at the things
great.
you're talking about with that too.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Thank you, sir. So yeah, as you can see, I'm aligning this part of the statue with this part of this thing, whatever it is. So if you align them perfectly, it works, but you don't want to be that. It's kind of risky, so I always go a little more. But if you want to be super optimal, you can always go for that. But that's enough. Just pre-turn, and push. You can count here. It's 8 pushes if I'm not mistaken, but what I do here is the same thing. I just wait for this part of the statue to be aligned with this square here, whatever it is, and that's where I stop pushing. But you can count as well. But to do it that way, it's a little more optimal. So yeah, after that's done, just push again. And return and go. We wanna pick up that gem later, so no worries. And then we go back. Alright, this zombie is kinda tricky to dodge. Not that hard. It has a little bit of RNG. Sometimes he's really close to the wall. Sometimes he's a little far away from the wall. So what you wanna do, there are many ways of doing it, but you can either aim to the zombie, just like tap aim, so Leon will like align himself in a rec line to the zombie, and then you can go. But that's a little slower, so what I do is just pre-turn a little bit, like 45 degrees, and then go forward, and then go behind the zombie. So let's see if I can do it. That's it. Just do that and go to the door. This part here, I hate it. Just do the... Alright, so what you want to do there is go at the beginning. There the first hands. You just want to be as far as you can from the hands, obviously, but the first ones are pretty easy because there's like a lot of space in the hole. But the second hands are really annoying. It's like you are really close to the hands, and for some reason Leon's hitbox, it's like super like big, so you have to be careful with the hands. You don't want to be like looking like running against the wall, because for some reason that expands Leon's hitbox, and it will get you grabbed. You want to be just looking parallel to the wall and move in a red line. That's it, in a straight line. Okay, let's go. And the leaker here, just move left like this, and he won't do anything. Open door, pre-turn, and go. Right, so first menu here, just get close to this bar here, and you can be, sometimes you can if you do it right, you won't have the camera change, so you can skip the camera, as you can see. But the thing is that you have to be running. While you're running, as I said, Leon's hitbox expands, and you're able to reach like the triggers in like you have more range, right? So again, just go there and open menu, and your medallion is right in the slot number 3. That's pretty much it. All you have to do now, pre-turn and mash action to get the key. Keep pre-turning and go. Alright, now here comes the first liquor dodge. This liquor is really annoying. Leon is a thick boy. Yeah, he is. That's something that doesn't happen with Claire, by the way. There are a lot of tricks that, for instance, in the gate at the beginning with Claire, it's way easier because she is, well, she's smaller, so you can pass way easier. But Leon, dude. Right, so first liquor. So what you want to do with this liquor is just, it's kind of tricky. I'm gonna show it. You know what? I should put the infinite HP just in case, because I don't want to be picking up items. Give me 1 second. Oh wait. So there are some tools in the web that you can. There are free tools you can get that allow you to modify items, have infinite HP, and even change, like move forward throughout rooms. Like if you want to go to a specific room, just click on that and it will take you there. So those are really good for practicing. I can't tell you where to download that, but the names are BO2 Room Jump and BO2 GPS. Those are really good. I recommend getting them if you are serious about running this game. So yeah, I'm gonna put the infinite HP just for demonstration. So okay, so here after the camera changes here, I like to change my angle to around here. If you change it too much to be against this wall, it won't work. You want to be like this angle. So it's kind of tricky, but with practice you'll get it. So I'm gonna do a couple of dodges and see what we can get. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, that's what you want. So what matters here is the angle you're at when you reach the liquor. Nothing else matters here. That's the way to do it. It's not RNG. It's just the way you reach the liquor, you approach the liquor. Look, if I do this, I'm looking like my angle here is different. Now I'm looking a little more in this side, like for some reason that makes the liquor aggressive and he scratches you here. So you don't want that. The angle needs to be around here. It's really precise. It's really precise. A little annoying. And there's another way of doing it that nobody does. Let's see if we can do it pretty fast. It's considerably harder, but it's faster. Okay, yeah, perfect. So that's the way. So it will make the, after the camera changes, you go left and then right. That will make the liquor aggro. While he's aggroing, you can reach the door and open it, but it's kind of hard, so it's better just to go for the normal strat. So let's do it again and then move forward. All right. So camera change, move your angle, and go right. And that's pretty much it. You wanna enter this room, reach this ladder, push it. So the amount of pushes here, I count them. This time I do, and it's 5.5. You don't have to go 6 with Leon. It's just 5.5. Oh, by the way, the difference, there's a difference between Claire's pushing and Leon's. I think you have to push, with Claire it's a little more. With Leon, you have to push less, like you have to do less pushes. So this is 5.5 here. Once that's done, just go right and pick up the crank. So as you can see, we're not close to the wall there. I could have pushed this a little more. Look.
So if you do 5.5 pushes here, do you have to be running to pick up the crank?
Yeah, it's better to do it because if you just walk, Leon's hitbox won't. Most of the times it won't reach the crank. So you want to be running, like to the corner of the ladder here, like this, and then you can pick it up. See, yeah, if you're walking, it won't work. So yeah, you want to be running. Right, after that, just leave the room. Return right. Go. Alright, good progress so far. Now just wanna go inside this room. We're gonna get the second gem. Left, right, open menu, go up in your inventory and just use your lighter. Nothing fancy here. Pick up the item. Go left, pick up the item. Go right and forward, pick up the item. Return, go. Leave the room. That's it. Go right. Okay, same line here. Hold up and left. And that never changes. That's always the same line. Right, and remember these stairs here, you don't have to mash to get to the trigger. You can just hold the... Here, I'm holding action. And then he uses them. Just these types of stairs. The doors, you always have to mash. At least in Leone. Right. And now we're gonna pick up the second gem. Just get close to it, pick it up, and that's it. Okay, this room... this room is pretty interesting. There's gonna be a zombie at the bottom. So after I enter this room, what you wanna do is pre-turn. Okay, I can reset the room and I'm gonna show it instead of just be talking there. So here, you wanna pre-turn a little bit, not that much, like around here, and then just move forward and press left. So Leon is gonna do that movement. Then what you wanna do is align yourself to this wall, like this, like parallel to the wall, and then move forward to the bottom. We're gonna reset that room. And once you hit the bottom, there's gonna be a zombie. That zombie is RNG, and it's kind of tricky. At the beginning is tricky because you have to react to what he's doing. So it's just as simple as this. If you see the zombie, if you see it really clear, go for the inner line. If you don't see the zombie, go for the white line, for the outside line. So let's see what we get, and you'll see it more clearly. So return, go, align yourself to the wall. There. So I was, the zombie was right there. I was able to see it. Because I was able to see it, I go with the inner line, right? But if he was a little more like to the back, to the bottom, you almost can't see it. You can see a little bit, but not that much. So when that happens, you want to go and do the outside line. Let's try to get the other RNG. We have infinite HP here, so it doesn't matter. Alright. Again, pre-turn left and go. Again, this is the same RNG. I was able to see it, so you get the inner line, inside line. Let's try to get the other RNG. So once you don't see the zombie, I'm gonna do the same, and you'll see that I'll get grabbed. I'll get grabbed. No, the same RNG. Same RNG there. That's the RNG you want. It's faster to do the inside line. Okay, let's get once, do bad RNG at least once. There you go. Look. As you can see, the zombie was a little more like to the bottom. So I could barely see it, right? So because he was there, you can't do the inside line. If you do it, you'll get grabbed. So you have to do the outside line. So you reach this place and then move like around the zombie. So that's pretty much it. Let's see if I get it again and I'll do it right this time. But that's pretty much it. So it's kind of hard at the beginning to react to it, but yeah. If you want to take the inside line, yeah. Oh yeah, perfect. I'm glad you know now, Miss Witch. And that's pretty much how it works. Just depends on the position. Look, that was the bad RNG, so you want to do the outside line. So that's pretty much it. Then just go. Okay, this part here, just do the line. You want to be away from the zombies, and don't get like don't interrupt them. They're feeding there, and just they won't do anything. Just go around the zombies, and nothing will happen. No worries there. Okay, we reach delivery now. Pre-turn and go. Pre-turn, go. Right, and go down. And just move forward a little bit to the left and open the trigger there. Okay, so here we want to do the last two shelves of books. Okay, I'm gonna just show it. Just pre-turn and go. You wanna be here, aligned with this, like with this part here, but don't be too greedy, because if you're like too close and watching a little to the right, you'll get stuck with one of these shelves. So, like that. So you wanna be parallel, but not that much. No, you wanna be parallel. You don't wanna be looking inside like this, because you're gonna get stuck. So I'm gonna do it again. So you start from here, you pre-turn and go. Okay, once you reach final shelf, just mash action, and it's the second option. For both shelves that we're gonna be using here is the second option. So remember to hold running here to skip the prompts or to make the prompts scroll faster. So, yep, again.
One bit of personal advice I learned from this is there's almost an urge to want to mash that quickly. Be really careful you don't mash too quickly and select left instead of right.
Yep, that's correct, sir. When you are executing these like triggers here, if you're mashing too fast, most of the times you will be selecting this option here. So in a real run, what I do is just time it like that. So 1, 2. Because if you're mashing too fast, most of the times you're gonna be picking up first option, and you don't want that. It's a huge time loss. It's a reset. So yeah, and yeah, good point there, sir. So yeah, you do that, and go back, pick up the block, and then go. Pre-turn and go. The zombie, you can get close, but you don't want to be that close. This zombie doesn't do anything. But don't get close, of course. Just don't get close. Okay, normal lines here. Open doors. Not anything special. Anything weird here. Normal lines here. Those birds will get you if you get stuck with something. But if you do a clean line, it won't happen, so don't worry about that. It's not a big deal. Just pre-turn here and go. Right, open. Okay, this part. Okay, I'm gonna just show it here. So once Leon's here or Claire, you wanna pre-turn a little bit. Once you see Leon or Claire pre-turning, you just hold forward and left, so he will start doing this line, and you want to get in between these zombies, right? But if you don't do that, if you just press like forward and left, and you will be like going this way. So that's an extra camera change. So it's not a big deal, just you lose a couple of frames there, but I'm gonna do it that way so you can see the camera change. So there. So that's the camera change. but you can skip it by pre-turning a little bit. You can still do it like this, and it's way easier. Just hold up and left after the ladder animation, and then go. Like that. But now I'm gonna show it the other way. So with the pre-turn. Okay.
Okay, so I think I learned that your cursor disappears when you click off the game.
Ah, okay, okay. Is it there now? Oh, I don't know if I was showing it. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, okay. Well, let me know if I'm trying to show something. I'm using the cursor every time, so if it disappears, just let me know. Thank you.
All right.
Right. So as you could see there, I pre-turned it and I avoided the camera change. Let's do it once more. Okay, no worries. Just pre-turn a little bit as soon as you see him pre-turning, just hold forward and left. There you go. So don't be afraid of Misty. If you pre-turn too much, she will get you there in that line. That was a little risky, but it worked. But yeah, that's how you avoid that camera skip. It's just optimal ways of doing it. It's not a big deal. You don't lose that much, but every camera change is a couple of frames there. Okay, so just reach this room and pick up this item. Oh, you don't want to do that. And this chair here, it has like a wide collide box here, so you don't want to be. You want to be close to this part here, to this thing here. So when you're turning here, just try to be as close to that thing as possible. Let's do it again. So, yep, you don't want to be like to the center of that part, because the chair will push you and you will end up picking up the bullets. So it's really annoying because that's a huge time loss. It used to happen to me a lot of times at the beginning when I was running. But yeah. So after you have picked up the bulb, just pre-turn and go. Nothing fancy, nothing weird. All right, this line. Well, this line is a little tricky because you know, Resident Evil has this weird thing that makes you believe things are in a certain position, but they really aren't. Like, and the space is really weird. Sometimes you think a zombie's kind of far away, but he actually or she's actually really close. So this part here is kind of like that. You have to be careful because sometimes zombies look like they're a little far away, but they're not. So you want to be really close to this wall here. And okay, close to the wall here. There. Right. Here. This zombie is never RNG, but if you don't do that line, you can get grabbed here. For some reason, he has a huge hitbox, so be close to the wall here. And here, there's a YOLO line, but no one uses it because it's really risky, which you can use, which is just going here behind Misty and then go upstairs. But sometimes it works and it can save a lot of time, but it's really risky. So yeah, what we always do is just go in the middle of the zombies. This line is kind of tricky because as I said, this zombie, it's really annoying. If you get, sometimes you feel like you're really far away from him, but he will still get you. So try to be like right here where I am, and then move from this point. When you reach this zombie here, just start turning this way. Oh, sorry, he's gonna get me. So turn this way and go around Misty, and that should work. Let's see if we can do it. That's it. Okay, I want to show that once more, because that wasn't clear enough, because I stopped there. So I'm gonna do it once in a full motion, and then we keep going. Right, so now. Close to the wall. That's it. Alright, just move forward, and now we're gonna use the valve here. And this is the first slot 7 we use in in this category. So remember slot 7, open menu, right, down, left. Not at the same time, but in a like in that quarter circle motion, like a fighting game. So, oops, and then just use it. Slot 7 is not as hard. It's actually just a matter of getting the timing right. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Now close the menu. Don't forget. Pre-turn and go. Okay, and nothing fancy here. Just normal lines. Try to reach doors as fast as possible. This part here is pretty simple as well. Just go away from the zombies. Nothing weird here. Nothing special here either. Pick up the key. Get close to the okay, this part. Get close here. You can like try to get close and start going this way, because after that you're gonna be moving backwards and pre-turning this way. So what you want to do is pick up the key and like move a little bit to right while you're running, and then use the item. So open menu, and now we have slot number 4. So remember, slot number 4 is for down left. So open menu, slot number 4, then go a little backwards, pre-turn, and do the same here. Pre-turn, run, pick up, and keep going. And that's it. Okay, this zombie here, the next zombie here is a little bit RNG. Let's try to do the YOLO line and see if it works. What? Okay, that's the YOLO line. So you just get close to the walls, both walls. If you can pass through, you will save some time. But most of the times we don't do that, because that zombie can, as we said, it's a little RNG. Sometimes he's really fast and he will grab you. So what we usually do is this. So go a little like to the bottom, to the other wall, and then start fixing the line, doing like that curve there. And yeah, that's almost guaranteed to work. So if you want to be a little safer, you can do that. If you want to risk it, then do the YOLO line. It doesn't save that much, it's just like 0.5 seconds, not a big deal. So yep, get inside his room and get out. Nothing special here. Nothing special here either. Just be far away from the zombie. Reach the ladder and open. Yep, that's pretty much it. Now go down. Now we're gonna reach the second dodge with the leaker. Just remember to, it's the same thing, same way. You wanna wait for the camera change and then move your angle. There. Move forward and he will scratch you. So again, what matters there is that Leon is in that specific angle. If you're watching, like if you're watching too much to the leaker side, he will scratch you. So it's like a balance between the middle and not. You don't want to be watching too much to the leaker, but you don't want to be watching too much far away either. So it's like a balance between that. Yeah, that's it. Now just keep going. Now we want to go to the Marvin's room. Right. This next part here, Misty is also RNG. So there's a YOLO line that I came up with, but no one uses it because it's really risky. But what you want to do is just move forward to the wall that's in front, and then pre-turn and go behind Misty. So like this. Stop, pre-turn, and then go from behind. Let's do it again in a single motion. You don't have to go that much to the other wall. Like, that's enough. But sometimes, for some reason, she's really aggressive, so you want to be a little careful there. I prefer to go a little more, like here, and then go. Okay, open the door. Alright, this part is also RNG. The zombies positioning is RNG. So, two options. YOLO or not YOLO. That's your decision. A YOLO saves around 1 second only. So, I don't recommend doing a YOLO here if you're not going for a Sub 49. Not even for a Sub 49. For a Sub 4850. You don't need this. And this part here is really RNG and it can definitely kill your run. Because if you get grabbed by one zombie, unfortunately, like unlike RE3, we don't have E-dodges here. So if you get grabbed by one, then they will come in. They will all come and bite you. So you don't want that. I don't recommend doing the YOLO, but the YOLO here, this is like one of the few rooms where YOLO is easier to do than the actual line. The YOLO is just when you skip the door cutscene, just hold forward and right. And if it works, if it's a good RNG, you won't get grabbed by the first zombie. If it's bad RNG, you will get grabbed by the first zombie. So I'm gonna do YOLO and then we do the normal line. Okay, that's a good RNG. It worked there. So what you wanna do is okay. Wait, let me go there again. All right, here. Sorry. Okay, here. So once you're inside the room, I was already. Wait, 1 second. I don't know if you're actually watching my inputs. Then I think you weren't. Was the snowboard working all this time? Oh no, I don't know if it was, but I think it should work now. Wait, I hope it works now.
Yeah, I see the inputs now.
All right. Oh, damn it. All right. Okay. So you enter this room. You wanna, if you are going to do the YOLO, just hold forward and right. Leon will do this line. You wanna be close to these lockers here as much as you can. If you are a little off axis here, any of these zombies can grab you. Once you reach the bottom, stop a little bit there, pre-turn, and then go and try to reach the door's trigger. However, as I said, you don't need the YOLO. So if you're not gonna YOLO, you just stand there for a little bit and wait until the zombies like move a little. So once that's done, you can go. Okay. Move and then go. So that always works. That always works. If you wait a little too much, there's a chance that the last zombie will grab you though, because he will be like closer. So you don't want to wait that much. It's just a little bit, like 1 second. Maybe that's too much, like 0.8 to 0.9, I would say. After that, pre-turn and go to the bottom, and that's it. Just open the door here, and we go. We have the key already for that. And now Marvin. So before we reach Marvin, the infamous Marvin. Alright, so Marvin has 3 RNGs, 3 different RNGs. We call them slow, medium, and fast. Right? So it's hard to identify at the beginning. It's hard to identify whether it's one or the other. It's easier to learn when you're learning. It's easier to see when he's slow. Like he's super slow and he starts like moving in that, like with how you say that? Well, really slow. But when he's medium and fast, it's hard to distinguish between both because it's pretty similar. But it's really important to know that because slow and medium you can dodge with the normal line, but when he's turbo, when he's fast, you can't do that line. You have to go around Marvin. So it's kind of hard to distinguish, and even I have a hard time like deciding what to do because it's just you have a little. It's just a small time to react. You don't have that much time to react, but with time you get like the hang of it. So let's see what we get, and I'll try to stop the game right when when we can see what the RNG is. So you just reach the room, wait for Marvin, and we'll. The thing is that I can't reset this animation, this cutscene. So I'm gonna. I think it's better if I just do it, and then we'll try to analyze what happened. So the way I do it, the way we do it here is just while this is happening, this cutscene, you just hold backwards and right, or down or right, and run at the same time. So you wanna go with Leon a little backwards, just a little, and then move forward, get the key, and depending on the RNG, you exit the room. So let's see what happens. Okay, that's a little fast, but okay. As you can see, I'm not sure if that was the fast RNG, because I wasn't checking out his movement, but he was a little fast. He wasn't slow, that's for sure. Hey, Mr. Thomas, welcome. How are you doing? And do you know if it's any difference with Claire? Can she sneak by fast Marvin or not? And yeah, it's like Mr. Thomas say. I think it's the same, yeah. I was waiting for him to finish to ask about it. Oh, no, don't. You can interrupt me anytime. No worries, sir. Sometimes I just speak a lot, and you can just ask about it, and yeah. And well, Mr. Thomas, he knows a little bit more about Claire. So yeah, I think it's the same. So yeah, right. So coming back here to Marvin, I think that was the medium RNG. You can always use the normal line, but I try to show going around Marvin. So you can go around Marvin to avoid the bite, but you want to do that when he's super fast, because there's no way you can go. Okay, let's kill him here. All right, here. So wait, let's kill him. Let's actually kill him. All right. So okay, when the Marvin's cutscene finishes, you're doing this movement, right? You're going backwards and right. Don't go only backwards. Don't go only like this, because that will make Marvin go in this direction, and you don't want that. So always go right and down and right. So you want to be facing this way, because the key is right here in this table. So once you're there, you want to move forward, running as fast as possible. You want to do this as fast as possible. When he has like the turbo version, the fast RNG, sometimes when you're going this way, he will grab you here, and there's not too much you can do there. Sometimes it's just because you didn't pre-turn enough, but you have to pre-turn just a little bit, or you won't have time to avoid the bite. So once that's done, you get the key, pre-turn, and then decide. Well, once you get the key, you already know what the RNG is. If he's low, you pre-turn this way and go like this. If he's medium, you do the same, pre-turn and go like this. But if he's like super turbo, you have to do what I showed. So pre-turn this way and go around him. And that's it. Mr. Thomas, thanks for being here, sir. Welcome. And sorry if I'm not that active with the chat. Trying to like explain as much as I can, as detailed as I can. And so yeah, that. And they have some idea to start another major. Nice. And all right, so one thing. Okay, no, I think I'll explain that later. Okay, so once Marvin, once you dodge Marvin, just leave the room and go. Nothing special here, just reach the next door. Okay, 1 second, guys, sorry. Alright, So I was gonna explain something about the menu, but I think I'll do it before the mutant. Alright, so here, this is the 2236 zombie room. This room is pretty simple, to be honest. Just move in a straight line, and once you reach a certain place, move right. This zombie, the 2236 zombie, is RNG. Sometimes he's closer to the table, sometimes he's not that close. But if you do this line, I'm gonna show you, he should never bite you. So I'm gonna do it walking first. So you move forward like this, you're running at this point. You wanna reach this part here. Like this part here, right here. When you reach this part here, like when you're aligned with this table, you can tap right. If you tap right, then Leon will get close to this other table. So this zombie will never get you. Sometimes he's really fast and aggressive. But if you do it that way, with that timing, it should never bite you. Always have to troll Magnus. Alright, so let's do it the right way now. So just remember, go in a straight line and then tap right. Ow. There you go. That was actually, he was actually really close there. As you can see, even if he's close, he shouldn't bite you there. So if he bites you there, I think that's on you. It's not RNG, really. I mean, his position is RNG, but that doesn't matter. You should be able to go. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The 2236 zombie. We call it like that because of the code in the safe that it's inside that room. Normal lines here. Just keep running. These doggos here, not a big deal. Just get close to this wall and you will be fine. Oops. Open the door and there you go. We just reached Ada. And that's it. Best time ever in history of this category up to this point is 13 minutes and 39 seconds by Kopachi. 36 minutes, say that shit. Yeah, I know. This is world record pace. And after that, I've gotten a 1340, and I don't know about the other guys, but yeah, that's crazy optimized. And yep, 1339, yeah. If we work together,
we can move this thing. Give me a hand.
And okay, so this part, just press forward and right. Do this motion here, like this curve here. Try to reach this part of the boss, and then just push. So there, Leon made a little step, so that's timeless. You want to do a line so he's like parallel to the, or perpendicular to the to this car's door, and then he won't do that step. But that's just the optimization there. Alright, return and go. I need to wait. Simple lines here. Alright, so this next room, I'm gonna explain how it works. So when you're reaching, you have a 1341 that's really good. It's not easy. Right, so this room, when you reach Ben's cell and the Ben's cutscene, there are a couple of ways in which you can reach it. So, like, what matters there, if you want to save some time, it's the Leon's angle. If you reach the cutscene at the specific angle, what he does is he like relocates himself to reach the Ben's cell, right? So if you specifically enter into that cutscene with the right angle, he won't like move and relocate himself, but it will make the bad cutscene start immediately. It's really hard to do. I think Kopachi and Arifan are super good doing it. I suck at it, and actually in my PV it's really bad. So I'm gonna try to show it, because this is a one-time cutscene, so I can show it again. But when you reach this cell here, if you're watching like around this angle, and the cutscene will start like immediately, because Leon won't like relocate himself. But if you're watching either at a wrong angle, like this or this or this, he will start like dancing around there until he he reaches the cell, and that's a time loss. So I'm gonna do it the bad way. Let's go this angle. All right, as you can see here, Leon's starting to pre-turning. He's starting pre-turning, and he's gonna relocate himself until he's like perpendicular to this cell here. But you don't want to do that. So if you reach it at the angle I showed you there, the cutscene will start immediately. So this is already time loss. So we're losing time here. As you can see, that's the motion. That's time loss. And that's time loss still. And that's time loss still. And there you go. He relocates, and then there he starts the cutscene. So if you reach the cell with a specific angle, he will immediately start from this position. And that's like a 1 second time save, which doesn't matter that much in like if you're not going for world record. Even I in my PV don't have a good turn here. It's a okay turn. That was a really bad turn because he started like dancing all the way. So yeah.
Let me guess.
Leon is always like, yeah. For some reason that was like really bad. He pre-turns one way, then pre-turns the other way for some reason, and then he starts the cutscene. It's really weird.
Is this the guy?
Ben, you told
He does the
citizens
same
that you
on via scenario and in
about
2 different
something going
spots.
on,
Yeah,
didn't you?
it's crazy. Like,
What did you tell them?
at least that part I find it really hard to do, really
I'm
precise.
trying to
Maybe it's
find
also because of the way I play. I move Leon with my left hand. It's not my best hand, so it's harder for me to like do those little taps. But I've seen Copa and Arifan; they're really good positioning there, so they almost always get the good turn. So that's pretty cool.
Okay.
If you can master that, it's a 1 second time save there.
Does anyone know where they put the key to this cell?
I have it right here, officer.
Man just wants to
But I'm
dance,
not about to leave
dance,
this
dance.
cell.
Right, so this cutscene really long. Nothing to do here. Just oh yeah. After this,
I'm not leaving this cell.
I'm gonna be showing
Get out of
a
here
little
before
thing
you
about
do
the
anything
inventory
to me.
Hey, I'm not going.
that I use
I'm the only cop
to do it
left alive in
fast.
this building.
In terms of like combining items and
Wanna live? Then you're gonna have to
selecting
leave with
things
me.
within the inventory. It's not about moving inside the inventory. It's about
There's a panel
combining
back
things.
of
So
the
I'm gonna
building.
talk about it
Inside
after
the
this.
panel is a manhole.
And
Go
okay,
through
here
will lead you to the sewer entrance.
there comes a map prompt. So you can do this pretty fast. So the way I do it is, as soon as I hear the map, like that, whoop, exactly like that, and you press the cancel button. That was pretty good. That was actually pretty good. It can be faster though, but as long as you hear it, you press, and that will close it. If you press it before the sound, it doesn't work. It doesn't register the input, and you'll have to press again. So gotta be careful there. But you can do that in case you didn't know. Right here, pre-turn and take this tank, and yeah. Yeah. So we're now gonna use slot 8. I'm gonna try to do it fast, but I'm gonna show another way of doing it. Okay, that was good. Not the fastest, but it was okay. So as you could see, from slot 1 I went to 8 considerably fast. Can be faster, but yeah. And I did it down, right, left. down live left, and I reach this. But you can also do something else, like going down and then down right, or you can go down right and then down. So I always, when I want to go safe, I go down right. So I go to slot number 6 and then go down. If that makes sense. Alright. I shall do 1, 6, 8. Yeah, definitely. That's also a thing. In my PV, I did it like that because I didn't want. I had a good run, so I wanted to go safe. So if you want to go safe, that's the best thing to do. To be honest, you don't want to mess around with that if you have a good pace, because if you messed it, then it's like 1 to 2 seconds time loss, if not more. Alright, and this spider here, just get close to this wall, and if she starts doing that, like that movement, when she like stands up or something, just go left, go around it, and you should be fine. This spider though, it's RNG. If she decides to poison you, nothing you can do there. If she poisons you and you're going for good times, it's RIP, because you have to enter the next room, pick up a blue herb, use it, go exit the room, and that's like 15 seconds time loss. So you don't want to get poisoned here. But as I said, that's pretty RNG, so if she wants to poison you, nothing you can do. You don't have like anywhere to go. As you can see, we're really limited in space, so yeah. But in case you get poisoned and you wanna still go, you wanna keep going, so just enter this room, pick up the blue herb there, use it, and exit, and just keep going. Right. So yeah, let's just keep going. Now we enter here, we put the 2 plugs we have, and leave. Oh shoot. There you go. These. So I did slot, that was slot 4 and slot 6. So remember, slot 4 is up left, and then slot 6 is down right. So up left, and remember to use actually activate the thing. And there you go. That's pretty much it there. You leave the room, and now we are with Ada. Ada, wait. Fucking Steve.
I don't think I've introduced myself.
Yeah, that spider is a
My name's
killer.
Leon.
Sometimes
I'm with the RP.
you can be with really good paces, but she poisons. She poisons. She throws you the poison, and that's it. There's RIP. Nothing to do.
You can get upstairs through this shaft. Give me a boost. I'll go and check.
Right. So now with Ada, this part is kind of annoying. The boxes. Before the dog, there's a yellow line that you can do that Arifan uses. Let's show it and see if it works. So you can do this line, that line, but a lot of times you're gonna get bite there, and the dog's gonna actually bite you there. So what we usually do is just go around, so like this, like that. Now just go left and open. Go down and push the boxes. Okay, so these boxes, this first box, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna push it and show it. I think some people just count the amount of pushes, but I don't do it like that. I have a visual cue, but you can still just count. So yeah, just give me 1 second. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so 6 is not enough. You need to push it a little more than that. If you go there, it won't work. So I know it's hard to see, but there's like a line here, a line of dirt or whatever. So I try to align that line with the with this part, with this line in the box. So there. So that's aligned, and that's pretty good. Can be better. I pushed it a little more there, but Yeah, and that's my visual cue. It's kind of crazy, but it always works for me. But if you wanna just count, it works as well. So I think Gary fan counts only. I don't know about you, Thomas, but I use that. I use it. So now go to that box, go down and push this one. So this can also be done with a little of room here before reaching the other box. That's not enough. If you go there, it won't work. It won't let you push this other box. It's gotta be a little more. That's enough. It's just trying to optimize that. 1, 2, and that's enough. I can't, I'm blind. yeah, definitely. Sometimes it's even better, because if you you've confused the visual cue, it's rip. Right, so as you can see, that's enough pushes, and the boxes will align in a row, and you can go. Take the key, and just go. Alright, nothing fancy here, just normal lines trying to exit. Go that way in the dock from his left, not his right. Because if you go his right, he will buy you there. He will like aggro. So yeah.
Did you find anything?
Right here.
Yeah, so I think those boxes, Sherry pushes further than Ada does. I think that first one you can get away with
I can't reach the
6.
ventilation hole.
I think you can do 6 full.
Find another way
I'm
around.
not sure if Thomas knows
I'm not
that.
mistaken.
To be honest, I'm not sure. But what I know is that with Sherry,
Ada, wait!
it is different, I know. And also when she climbs, there's some RNG there. Sometimes she can like be slower with a different animation. So it is different. I'm sure about that. Okay, pick up the key and go. Wanna be close to this wall here. You don't wanna be in the middle of this hole or into this door, or the spider will actually hit you there. Yeah, Mr. Thomas says she does. Hey, Napson, welcome, sir. Nice to see you, man. Napson is another fantastic Leonade runner. He's now trying to get a sweet PB, so good luck on that, Mr. Napson. Okay, so just exit, nothing fancy here. And now here comes one of my favorite dodges in the game, which is the what we call the Ronaldinho dodge, which is this dodge in this liquor. So this dodge is kind of tricky at the beginning, but once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to do it consistently. So it's important to have a good position from the beginning of the room. As I always say, the line is important, but it's not the most important thing. Okay, I'm gonna just show it, and then we wrapped it up. So there you go. So that's the dodge you wanna do. So as I said at the beginning, it's kind of tricky, but once you get the hang of it, it should be fine. So I'm gonna do it again. Normally, I'm gonna miss the dodge, so you can see the difference, and then we explain it. There. So the main difference is because this time I took too much time to go to this part. So what you want to do here is when you're running, there's like this shadow here. That's the visual cue I use. You approach this, and when I think it's Wright's and Leon's right fit, when it's right in this shadow, you start inputting your you start turning. So you want to go this way. So you want to go like to this door while you're changing, while the camera is changing. So if you do that, most of the times he won't get you. And after you've reached this door, you want to fix the line. If you don't fix it, he will still grab you. Alright, so let's do it again. So the line is important, but it's not the most important thing. What matters the most is when you start going when you start doing the turn. I'm gonna try to do a bad line and put a good turn and see if it works. Oh, damn it. So like this, for instance. Alright, that was too much, but what matters there is when you start turning. Let's do it again. As you can see, that was a really bad line at the beginning, but the turning was really good. So that's what you want. The line is important because it allows you to do the turn easier, but it's not the most important thing. Because I've heard that some people said that the line must be perfect. It's not really like that. What matters is how you turn here. So remember, just turn when you hit the shadow, and while the camera is changing, you start fixing the line. And that's pretty much it. There's a couple other ways to do that, but I really don't know how to. There's like a safe way to do it. Like you stop or walk or something, and he doesn't scratch you there, but I never used it. But yeah, just in case you wanna. Hey, Pink Theory, welcome, sir. How are you doing? How are you doing? So now we're gonna pick up the Magnum, which is gonna be what we use to kill all bosses. And then after that, it one of the most important dodges in the run comes in, which is the blue hallway dodge. Okay, so enter this room, get the Magnum, and exit. Just a couple of pre-turns, nothing fancy there. Here, pre-turn and go. Oh wait, do I pre-turn here? I don't remember. I think I don't pre-turn here. Let me see. No, you don't pre-turn there. You wanna just hold forward and right. So he will do that line, and then you just go. Get close to this wall. So this wall has some invisible pixels for some reason. Capcom. So when you're like really fucking close to the wall, sometimes you get stuck with an invisible pixel here for some reason. So I stopped doing that, and I leave a little bit of room before the wall like that. But if you're super close, you get stuck there for some reason. But yeah. After glad this is happening, I needed this. Yeah, sure, sir. Any questions? I'll be happy to just talk about it and see if we can help. Right. So we're now gonna do the. Okay, let's explain this next room. It's pretty simple, not a big deal. Just go right, go right, go right, go left, go right. That's pretty much it. Let's do it again. I messed up. You don't want to get stuck with the table at the beginning like I did, because that gives the zombies time to reaccommodate and bite you. So don't get stuck there. Here in this corner, don't get stuck. And don't get stuck here. Like the line here, after you pass to the first entrance, you can get stuck on this corner. So be careful with that. When you're reaching this place, I always tap right to avoid getting stuck here. And then I fix the line. I move here, and the movement after that is right, left, right. Just a little bit, not that much. Let's do it again in a single motion. So enter. A little bit, don't get stuck there. Tap right. Oh, don't tap that much. That was that was exaggerated from my part. Let's do it again. Hey, Parasitive, welcome. I'm really rusty, sorry. But that's the thing. You just go right, left, and right, and then you reach this door. It's pretty simple. You just have to practice a little bit there. But now the next dodge is a little complicated. I think one of the hardest dodges in the run for sure. This and the dodge in the liquors at the lab, I would say those are the hardest. But okay, this dodge here. Let's see if I can do it first. Okay, that was not bad. All right, as you can see, this is the problem if you don't do it right. You get beat by every single zombie, and it's pretty much a reset. And this part kills tons of runs. This part is the famous YOLO Blue Hallway or YOLO Horde. And so I remember practicing this for ages until I figured out a proper way of doing it. Let's do it first, and then we analyze it. That should have worked. I don't know why it didn't work. Let's try again. Wow. Dude, all of them actually bite me. Nice. I never
All 5 bites.
Yeah, no, this part is terrible, dude. And it's really scary. Okay, that worked, although that was a really bad line, but it still worked. Alright, so first I want to talk about a little bit of... Wait. This zombie here. So when you're doing this dodge, there's always a zombie here. His position is RNG. Sometimes he's a little far away, sometimes he's closer to his corner. So if he's close to the corner, you have to do a really good line, really sharp line, because if he is, he will bite. If you don't do a good line, he will bite you. Although it seems to be like you're doing it right. So that took a lot of time for me to analyze how that worked, because I didn't understand. I was doing it right, but he was still biting me, and I was like, what? But then I realized he was actually in different positions here. Sometimes he's a little far away, sometimes he's closer, and that's when he bites you. That's like the hardest zombie to dodge, and even if you do it right, sometimes he will bite you there. Best restarting part ever. Yes, definitely. So it's kind of complicated to explain, but at least you can see my inputs there. But I'm gonna try to explain it anyways. Walking first, so I'm gonna explain what I do. So once, okay, I reach at the door, right? And I know I said that I use the detail timer to watch 1.45 seconds to skip the door. On this door, and it's the only one that I don't see the detail timer. What I do is I skip it when I see the door opening. And the reason for that is because if I see the detail timer, that doesn't give me enough time to come back to see the game again and analyze what's happening. So I don't watch my detail timer on this one. I just open the door normally when I see the door opening. So once I open the door, as soon as I see image from the game, well, I'm already pressing, at this point, I'm already pressing forward and running, okay? So as soon as I see image from the game, I start turning right. So like this, right? This angle is really important. You don't have to go all the way through this bench here, through these telephone cabinets here. You don't have to go all the way here. It's not necessary. You can actually do it like this, in the middle of the hall. It's harder, but you can do it. So what I do is I try to see that the most important thing here is the Leon's position, right? So if he's like this, watching in this angle, like it's like...
So just FYI, if you're using your cursor, we can't see it.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you can see it because... Wait. Alright. Let me know if you can see it now.
Okay, now you're good.
Oh, great. Yeah, right, perfect. So I try to do like a perpendicular line between the zombies and Leon here. So this has to be like almost perfect. If you are a little angled like this, it doesn't work. If you're a little angled like this, it doesn't work. It has to be like super sharp, and provided that you do the line like that, it will never fail, even if the zombie in the corner is really close. And the reason for that is because so the zombies on this game, like it's hard to explain, but Leon has a pointer, right, in the game. It's like a line that's perpendicular to his chest. That's like what the zombies use to track the movement of the character. So if that line goes a specific way, and they track in different ways. So that's the way you have to do it on this dodge. So the tracking of the zombies manipulates them, so they move in that way, and that allows you to dodge them. If you, as I said, dodge a little to the, if you move Leon a little to the right, the zombies behave differently. So because it's so sharp, you have to do it like that. So it's the zombie in the corner is RNG, but if you do the line like that, it will never fail. So let's try to do it. Okay, that was a little. When I was in the middle there, I was a little to the left. I was lucky here because the zombie wasn't in a bad spot, but it wasn't sharp enough. He would have beaten me there if he was bad RNG. Let's try to do it again. So as you can see, on this occasion, I didn't go all the way to the telephone cabinets. It's not necessary, and you can actually save a little bit of time if you do it that way. But it's harder. As you can see, it's really sharp. Let's do it again. That exactly is how you want to do it. I know it's hard to see, but before the first camera change, Leon was completely looking like forward, perpendicular to zombies. So that manipulates them so they don't move in weird ways, and you can actually pass through. It's really hard, but it can be done. If you do it if you can do that line consistently, you will dominate this dodge, which is really annoying. But yeah, that's pretty much how that works. There's a couple other ways you can do that in case you want to do it safer, or even there's another YOLO way of doing it that the task uses, but that way is completely like it's right. It's not that hard, but it relies more in the RNG. So
King was asking, are you hitting D or right after the camera change?
Okay. Look, I'm going this. I press right here. As soon as the camera changes, I do press. It's not as soon as the camera changes. I wait a little bit after a camera change, and then I start moving right. But don't worry, you have a little bit of time to do that. You have quite a little bit of window there. But the problem is the corner. Once you hit the corner, you want to be turning left. You want to be turning left even before hitting the corner. So let's try again, and hopefully you can see my inputs there. So open the door here. Wait until the door opens. I'm already pressing running and forward. As soon as I see image from the game, I start holding right until I get Leon into that specific position we talked about. Okay, I messed up there because I paused. 1 second. Yeah, that's it. So as you can see, it doesn't matter. You don't have to go all the way to the cabinets. That's the perfect example. I was like in the middle of the hall, but the Leon's position was right. He was watching perpendicularly, so that worked. As soon as the next camera change, the first camera change happens, because I did it that way, I press right immediately. But if you don't, if you wait a little more, you go more to the telephone cabinets, you can wait a little more to press right. But yeah, you can use like that visual cue to start pressing right. When the camera changes, you can try to find the timing for you. And here in the corner, just before you reach and touch the corner of the wall, already press left and run. Okay, that was just because of the menu, but yeah, it should have worked there. Okay, so I hope that covers that up. It's kind of hard to explain, but I'm just gonna show the safe way of doing it, which is really easy. It's actually what we do in the hard mode. So the safe way of doing it is just you return, come here, wait until a little bit, and then move this way. And that's it. That's pretty safe. It's like super easy, and you don't lose that much time. So I wouldn't recommend doing YOLO Horde until you're going for a Sub 49, to be honest. But the problem is that it's a dodge that takes so much time, so much practice, that you actually want to practice it. So what I started doing that from the very beginning. I was like 53 minutes and I was already doing that. And I think that's the way I learned the proper way of doing it. But if you just wanna PvE, don't do it. Just do the safe line. It's easier. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Now we're gonna move forward to the next room, which is a little annoying as well. This part, go in a straight line. As soon as you see image, tap left. That's what I do. As soon as I see something, I tap left. Reach the zombie. And okay, let's do it. This is similar to what's the dodge you do in RE1? King Henry, something like that. That dodge that's super hard.
Henry.
Yeah. So this dodge here, the first zombie is similar to that. Just reach the zombie, and once you're like a little far, let's say 2 bodies away from him, you start going right. So let's see if I can do it. Alright, this zombie, I forgot. This zombie is RNG. Sometimes he's super fast. Well, not super fast. Sometimes he's fast and sometimes he's slow. This time he was slow, and that line was really bad. But because he was slow, it worked. But if he's fast, that line wouldn't have worked. So let's see if I can get a when he's fast RNG. Left. That was the RNG when he was fast. He was fast there, but the line was good. That's why he didn't bite me. So I reached like this point here. So I enter the room. I see image. I'm running forward. As soon as I see image, I tap left, and Leon goes in this line. I reach like around this part. If he's fast, immediately turn right, and fix the line later. Actually, just do the same for both RNGs. I don't like react to this RNG. I just do it the same way. I do it always thinking that I'm gonna get the bad RNG. So reach this part and just go right, and like immediately just go right. And the other way of doing it is a little safer, which is just stopping there and pre-turning and then go. Let's see if I remember how to do it. Yeah, just like that, but I was too far away from the zombie, and that was the fast RNG again. I was too far away from the zombie, that's why he still beat me there. Let's try again. Okay, yeah, something like that. You can just stop, pre-turn, and then go. And yeah, that's how you manage this zombie. After this, there's 2 other zombies here. There's 2 ways you can do it. You can either come here to this point, noise, and pre-turn there, and then follow this wall. Just be close to this wall. I don't like to do this way because most of the times you get stuck with this part of the wall. Like this is like a pillar here in the wall. So you get stuck there. I don't like doing it this way, but it is possible and it saves time. So if you get the hang of this of the way, you can go for that. So you come here, you pre-turn, and then go from this wall. Like that. I wasn't expecting that to work there, but yeah. It seemed like I was really far away from the wall at the beginning, but that's what you want to do. Because if I'm gonna show it. If you're really close to the wall, here, like here, most of the times you're gonna get stuck with this part, as you can see. So Those damn hitboxes in walls and stuff are always really tricky and deceiving. So be careful with that if you're going for that corner dodge. Exactly, Mr. Thomas. I don't like to go for that, but you can do it. You can definitely do it. I was doing that lately in Leon A Hard. And the other way is just going in, trying to go like around the zombies.
Yeah,
Like that.
already in corners are amazing.
Yeah. And this is the first time ever I noticed that zombie has different outfits. Yeah, the zombies RNG's outfits. And well, yeah. So here, just go around the zombies. I did the wrong line there. Misty got me there, but she shouldn't do it. Let's do it right. Let's do it right, because I want to show it, and then we move forward. So this part, red hallway. This part is called, we call it red hallway, and it's also tricky. It's also tricky, and it comes after that, after the damn blue hallway. Okay, that's my fault. Let's do it again this time. And the first zombie was bad RNG, but we did the right line, the good line. Good RNG there. Really slow. No, that's what you wanna do every time. So sometimes they're really slow and it's easier, but sometimes they're really fast. So you wanna be sharp with those lines.
Does that zombie there on the corner dodge have like fast and slow RNG as well? And is it always possible to do the corner dodge?
I never seen him doing different stuff. I think he always does the same. So it's just a matter of not getting stuck in the corner. If you get stuck a little bit, he may behave differently. But if you do it right all the times, I think he's okay. I'm not sure if someone can confirm that, but I've never seen him doing different things, to be honest. In the corner dodge. So, yeah. Okay, this part is just pre-turn. Pre-turn, take the block. Pre-turn, go. This zombie here can be scary, but it really isn't. Just pre-turn a little bit, and you can get like super close to the zombie, and it doesn't even matter. He's like super slow, so just that one. Okay, he was aggro there because I took some time to start running, but in general, you just pre-turn there and go. The zombie in the way in is pretty easy, so no worries there. How is possible with Claire? I don't know about Liam. Ah, okay. Alright, here. This trigger, I like to be super greedy with this part. Remember, if you're running, your hit, and because it's Leon, your hitbox is greater, it's bigger. So around this like sheet of paper here, after I like pass that, I open menu and then use the lighter. It doesn't work here because I'm not running. But yeah, if you're running, try to do that, what I just said. Okay, this is just middle, right, left. Corner dogs looks clear. Yeah, definitely. Okay, this part is super annoying. You can activate this damn pain prompt if you don't like. It's really silly. You really want to pick up that thing in the floor, but it keeps on showing that. So, don't desperate if it happens. You have to fix your angle, and then fix your angle, and then you pick up. Sometimes it happens, even in really good runs and great runners make that mistake because it's just out of your control. All right, good. Let's explain that that dodge. This dodge is kind of hard. Misty is a problem when you're going after the first dodge in the zombie. Okay, the first zombie, this zombie here is pretty simple. I'm holding forward and right. Holding. I'm not pre-turning anything here. then I fix the line, and I like move a little bit away from that bench there, because otherwise you will get stuck. So let's do it again. I ran this game for 4 years. I don't even know what the picture means. Okay, again. Up and right. Left, right, right. Okay, this part here, this part is annoying. It took me a while to understand how this thing works. So Misty here is kind of annoying. Right. So what matters here is that you do a clean line. So unlike the liquor dodge, the Ronaldinho dodge that we talked before, this line needs to be really clean. If you start like moving a little bit or fixing the line for some reason, that makes Misty super aggro and she like turns really fast and grabs you. But you have to be like really confident with this line. Just move there, do a really straight line, and once you're around this part, like this pillar, start going left to dodge the next zombie. The next zombie is not the problem. It's Misty. That's really annoying. But as long as you do a good line here, just be confident with that line. Don't fix it along the way, because that doesn't help. It will just get you grabbed. So let me try to do it again. Just pay attention to the line I do. It's just like super sharp. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So once I'm past Misty, I go the other wall to dodge that zombie, and then go again inside. And you want to be close to this wall. This zombie should never bite you. Sometimes he's aggressive, but you want to be perpendicular to the wall. If you're running against the wall, that gives time that gives this zombie time to grab you. So don't be watching that much against the wall, if that makes sense. Alright, that's pretty much it. That's red hallway and blue hallway. I think was quite long explanation, but I hope that covered everything. This part, just go around the zombies. Pretty simple, nothing fancy there, and we're good to go. Now we're going for the first boss. Okay, this liquor can be done in different ways. You can pre-turn and go, but pre-turning I find it a little riskier. So what I do is just hold up and left and run, and it will look kind of risky at the beginning because Leon is going against the liquor, but don't worry, he won't do anything. So like this, like that. Okay, let's try to do it the other way. Pre-turning. I don't know if he spawns in the same position though. I think he does. Yeah, he should. So I'm gonna pre-turn now. Oh, damn it. I did pre-turn, but it wasn't enough. So that's the way to do it first, and then you can pre-turn like this. As you can see, it's considerably faster, but sometimes for some reason he will get you there. He will scratch you there. It's kind of hard if you do it with the pre-turn, so that's up to you. I like to go save and just do that, which is going against the liquor, and then go. It's slower, but not a big deal. Okay. Leon B. Pock. Ooh, the dodges in Leon B. Those are great. Mr. Arifan would do a great tutorial in Leon B, now that he has the record. Right, now we go upstairs. Nothing fancy here. Normal lines, pre-turn. This trigger can be activated from really far away, so 1, 2, 3. Open menu, down, and use. Right here you close menu and you can decide to pre-turn left or right. If you pre-turn right, you are gonna be doing this line. The problem of doing it this way is that not most of the times, but sometimes you get stuck in this part. Look at how wide this part is. Like Leon will be running against an invisible pixel there. So I don't like to do it that way. So I once had a really good run and lost a lot of time there. So I pre-turn left. And that allows me to like be closer to the wall. Stars Hall makes me sad in Leon B. Yeah. That's a hard dodge to do, I know. Right, so in this part, you can do camera skip here. Just run, open menu, and go. Oh, you have to equip the Magnum here. Don't forget. That's good, a good trigger. Okay, that was a little too greedy. Let's try again. So, again, go. So as you can see, there's no camera change there. We skip the camera. That saves some frames there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't forget to equip the Magnum. Go straight, pick up the plug, and go down. 1.45, skip. And now the band cutscene. Get away. I just do the safe strat and actually still get bit. Yeah, even safe strats are annoying. Sometimes they can. I used to do a lot of safe strats at the beginning and still fucked up.
Can you still hear me? Come
Right, so after this cutscene, it comes the first boss fight, which is the G mutant. It's not a big deal, but it requires good quick shots if you want to do it optimally. And also, this guy has some RNG that's really annoying. In fact, in my PV, I lost 2.5 seconds just in that fight because of bad RNG. So, the embryos from the G mutant are RNG. Both the time when they when the G mutant starts spitting him out, that's RNG. He sometimes starts really quick, sometimes. Oh, this is the second cancel. So hold action and mash cancel or run, and it's a fast cancel. There, right. So as I was saying, the embryos are super RNG, really annoying. Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain, but once they they always try to get you, right. Once you have them, and once Leon is being attacked by the embryos, it depends on what you want to do. If you're doing quick shots, don't shake them off immediately. You want to shoot the most bullets you can before shaking them off. It's hard to explain with words, and I only have one chance to show the G mutant, which is unfortunate. I could load the save though, because I think this part's important. Let's do it and see what we get. So, right. Once this cutscene is has finished, at this point I'm already holding running, forward, and left. You wanna get close to the G mutant, not that much though. Get close, not that much, and start shooting as fast as you can. So, Magnum quick shots. Okay. What happened there? Oh, damn it. What did I do? What happened there is good quick shots. And as you saw, I had the embryos with Leon. The way you shake them off is you just smash cancel or running. Yeah, if you get that close to the mutant, just 6 shots is enough. But if you're far away from him, you have to shoot him 7 times, if I'm not mistaken. So try to get into that position, and then 6 shots is enough.
Yeah, it's 7 if you're a bit further away.
Exactly. So you don't want to spend more there, because you need the bullets later. This category is so optimized that every bullet counts. So gotta be careful with that. And yeah, so when you get close to the G-Mutant, this RNG wasn't that good. The embryos start popping up really fast. So as you saw, they were climbing Leon's body really fast, and I had to shake them off. So while I was shooting, I mash cancel, the running key or button, and that shakes them off. But what you want to do is shoot 6 times and then shake them off. After the 6th shot, if you shake them off, it cancels the recoil animation when Leon shots the last shot. So when you shake them at that point, it cancels the animation and then you save time. But that's like an ideal situation. Doesn't happen that much, but it has happened. I have had that before, and I know many runners have as well. So that's the way you want to do it. But the condition for that to work is that the embryos start climbing Leon's body after your 2nd shot. If it's before that, don't do it. You have to match them before, or you're gonna get attacked by the embryos, and you're gonna lose HP there as well. So remember, after the 2nd shot, if the embryos haven't climbed Leon's body, then you can go for the 6th shot and they shake them off. If they have climbed Leon's body before the 2nd shot, don't do that, and shake them off after the 4th shot, 5th shot, but ideally 4th shot. So I hope that makes sense. It's just getting close to the mutant and shoot him. So what happened in my PV, I think it... okay. Here you can see, I'm gonna shake it off. And this is how, if they attack me, if I don't do anything. That takes a lot of time. So that's what happened in my PV, and I lost 2.5 seconds there. So yeah, be careful with that. Oh my god. Okay, that's my fault. That happened because I had the the jump tool activated, and I clicked there, and by mistake.
Oops.
Oopsie. But no worries, we have a save, and now I can show the other RNG. So yeah, let's keep going. Let's see if I can do what I explained there. So remember, if they start climbing up after the 2nd shot, it's good. You can shake them off later. But before the 2nd shot, just try to shake them off as fast as possible. Nice segment timer. Yeah, we fixed it now. Yeah, spin theory. As long as you're close. There. That was my fault. Okay, as you can see, he died there, but for some reason I aimed down. Let's do it again. But again, I was close enough. You can get a little greedy and be a little far away, and it will still work with 6 shots, but sometimes it doesn't. So be careful with that. I prefer to get a little closer to the mutant to avoid that. Sometimes you can get a little greedy and be far away and it still works, but sometimes it doesn't. So embryos were bad RNG again. They climbed really fast. They were really fast. So let's see if we can get a good RNG. It's really hard to get a good RNG on this part. There you go. I hope you saw that. That's what I was talking about. As you can see, the embryos started climbing after the 2nd shot. After the 2nd shot, I was mashing. Your quick shot have to be good though. And after the 6, I started shaking them off. So I started mashing cancel. And then after the shot, I shake them off, and it canceled the recoiling animation, and it makes it faster. So that was pretty good. After that, I messed up the line, but that was ideal. That's like a perfect RNG. Another thing that is that if you have the embryo there, oh yeah, if you have more than one embryo, the time, so let's say you have 2 embryos, they will attack faster. So that what just happened there, it will happen faster than if you have only 1 embryo. And I think that's something most people don't know. So if you have 1 embryo, you can get a little greedy and put all plugs and then go. But if you have 2 or more embryos, be careful because they attack faster. So if I would have had 1 embryo there, I can just come here, put the plugs, and then go. And then the embryos will disappear after this, so it doesn't matter. I hope that makes sense. Okay, I need to get closer. Yeah, if you are killing him with 7 shots, you need to get a little closer. And that's also important in the other boss fights. For instance, in Train Birkin, if you are a little far away, the farther you are, the less damage the Magnum does, which is interesting. So yeah, that's how it works. Together. Alright, we're already in the middle of the run, and after this, it's pretty simple, to be honest. This part is just a matter of lines and triggers and menus more than anything. So I think we covered up RPD in a really detailed way, which is what I wanted. Now we can try to go a little faster. But still, if you have any questions, just let me know. So this part is just move, open menus, and go. So not a big deal.
If you're in Caution back there, that elevator you just took down, there's a locker there with a first aid spray.
Yeah.
Which can be helpful if you're limping around.
Yeah, definitely. If you had a bad fight with the G-Mutant, for instance, there is one fast rider in the locker before the elevator, and it will definitely be helpful because you will be running a lot with Leon after this. And Caution here causes a lot of time loss, so yeah, it's a good idea to take it. Alright, so now we're with Ada again. We want to get rid of the pistol. You can do it anywhere before the next cutscene. And the reason for that is because in that cutscene, I'll explain it when we reach that cutscene. But get rid of the pistol before the next cutscene. And now come here. Normal lines, nothing fancy. I'm holding up right here. Now left. Oh, you don't want to get stuck there. Make sure you go to the bottom and then left. Right, this cutscene, which is super long as well. You want to be like empty. You have to unequip the gun, the handgun, before this cutscene. The reason for that is because after this cutscene, as you could see, Annette shoots Ada in the hand, and her. Well, if I would have had the handgun, when she shoots me, and the handgun goes flying, and after the cutscene, Ada goes and grabs it again. So that's like a 3-4 seconds time loss, because she's going and grabbing the gun. But if you unequip it, which is faster, just open menu, unequip, and then go. You save like 3 seconds. So just remember to unequip the handgun before this cutscene. So yeah, that's it.
It's capable of creating the ultimate.
Thank you, Anto.
Its potential is even greater than that of the T-virus. Then that must mean the creature in the police department is precisely
my husband, Leon. William.
all Umbrella's fault. None of this would have happened if they hadn't tried to steal his research away from him.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this, but it is allowed to modify the. So the game has how do you guys call the cutscenes that are like with real, well, not real humans, but that are like more realistic? Is there
FMV?
like FMV, exactly. So the FMV on this game, you're allowed to put a 0 in the register of the game to completely avoid any of those FMV cutscenes. There are also a couple of other ways to get rid of those cutscenes. I think there's an SRT that has an inside way of like you open it and it says turn off FMVs. You can do that. That's allowed in a speedrun, and you don't have to be matching for these cutscenes. That's not a time loss, but it's annoying to be matching for that. So, in case you didn't know, you can do that. The cutscene after Ada goes down the ladder. Is there a door skip there? Okay, yeah, we're gonna reach that. 1 second. So, with Ada, as you can see, she didn't pick up the pistol, so we save time there. We go down, and now you can do this two ways. You can see your detail timer and 1.45 seconds after this ladder, and you skip, or you can listen to Ada scream. When she screams, as soon as you hear that, you can skip the cutscene, and that's the time save you have. If you don't skip it there, if you skip it before or after, you're gonna lose time. So try to skip it when she screams or when your detail timer reaches 1.45 seconds. So check it out there. Here, listen for her scream. There, and there you skip.
Ada?
Was that the question, Mr. Pink Theory? Alright, so now we're back with Leon, and we recover HP here. Oh no, I'm sorry, not here, it's later on. You had to use the fast here. If you didn't use it and you were in caution, you will be in caution here again. Alright, so normal lines here, just climb up this thing and go. Alligator start cutscene. We'll see the alligator in 1 second. So, reach this place, open menu, and go down and use the valve. Nothing fancy here. Yes, sir, thank you. Alright. Yeah, sure, man. Thank you for the support. Now we're gonna see the croc. We're gonna try to do the fast croc. And maybe, perhaps... Okay, if I get the fast croc, I will just go, because I don't know if I have a save with the right menu here. But I'm pretty sure you guys know how to do the slow croc, so doesn't really matter. Close menu and go.
You want to equip the handgun for this, right?
For the...
For Croc?
You want to equip, yeah. You want to equip the handgun, because you don't want to... You will be shooting the pipe when the croc has it in the mouth. So you don't want to, like, squander the magnum bullets. So that's why we equip the handgun. That's the only reason, because we need those bullets, those magnum bullets.
Yes, I think you... I don't know if it matters which one. I usually do it when I use the valve the second time, but I think you can probably do it the first time as well.
Definitely. It really doesn't matter. Look, I had the magnum there and I didn't realize. Alright, so croc.
That's why I mentioned it.
Okay, I didn't realize until the... It's a good idea to see if you're using the SRT before this part here, because you need those bullets for train breaking. So be careful there and have the handgun. Right, so croc. What I do here is I position myself right at that spot where I am. I try to look in that angle. I don't want to be looking too much to the right, to like watching in a straight line to the croc, because that won't activate the pipe trigger on the left. So be careful with that. Check out Leon's position. Make sure that's all right. If you go a little more than that, it will be a problem. So be careful with that. All right. So what we do here is, I think there are a couple of different ways of doing it. This and the fast croc, but what I do is just use the visual cue. So there's the croc. He will start moving the head, around with like going left, right movement. So when he reaches the right wall for the third time with his head, that's when you stop when you start using the pipe. So when you input your action key to actually activate the pipe. So it's a little tricky at the beginning, but the time is just like that. Just check out when he touches the wall with his wall. I'm gonna try to pause in that moment, and then if I messed up, we'll just do it again. But so you can see when we do it. So he's gonna start doing that movement with the head. So 1, 2, there. So I think I paused a little sooner, but as you can see, he is like touching with his mouth the wall, and that's when you start inputting action. So if you do that, you will get the fast croc. So I don't know if I can do it here because it's hard to pause, but we're gonna try. Oh, I didn't even input the pipe, but it's okay. We can try again. You now know when to do it. So now I think I have a save for the croc. Yeah. Yeah, great. So now you know when to do it. We're gonna try to do it one motion. Have the
Just
magnum
FYI, you have the magnum.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Ada, wait. I think I was a little too greedy with the angle there with Leon. You have to be looking a little more to the wall where the pipe is. So be careful with that. Just remember, don't be too greedy. I'm just a little rusty, so I don't remember exactly. I think that's enough. So okay, so what I do is what I explained with the head, but I also press the action key and also move walking forward. That allows me to reach a little further, and it saves like 0.5 seconds. It's just a small thing, but yeah, that's how we do it. And then aim. So 1, 2, go. Oh no. Okay, let's do it from 0 because pausing is killing my time. And I think I'm far away. I'm too far away from the trigger. So that's what you shouldn't do, guys. That's what you shouldn't do. Okay. What? Alright, let's do it right this time. I'm gonna do it safe, just watch a little more your angle. Be careful with that. That should be good. Okay, that's pretty good. So as you can see, what I did there is when I'm in the trigger, I press action and move forward a little bit, like up to this point. Don't go farther, because if you do, the croc has some weird stuff that will, like he tries to like suck you in, and it will actually kill you if you get too close. So don't be too greedy with that, just a little bit, and then aim. When he has the pipe in his mouth, when he like has it already there, not when he's putting it there. If you do it before, it doesn't work. It has to be when he has it right there in the mouth. There, you shoot and it works. And that's it. That's fast croc. And now we can go.
So if the croc walks over the tank, I think that's if you press it too late.
Yeah. If you're too late, well, if you're too late, he starts like going backwards and moving the head around, and then he's like kind of slow. Sorry, that's if you do it too early. If you do it too early, he's like that. If you do it too late, he just will he will pass through the pipe and he will actually attack you, and that's RIP because you can't do anything there. Just knife only. So yeah, earlier than that,
Never mind.
it's
Let's
safe.
get out of
but it's slow.
The sooner the better.
But if you delay that input of the pipe, it's rip. It's a reset. Alright, now normal lines, we pick up the medallions, and we go. Careful with these corners, kinda tricky. This trigger is really tricky. What matters here is that you are watching like this, so perpendicular. If you're in this angle, as you could see, it doesn't work because triggers suck in Capcom games. So, but the good thing is that if you're running, you can activate a trigger like around here, like really far away from the actual thing. As you can see, I was like all the way to the left and it still worked. Knife only croc strats, yeah. Yeah, I wanna try some of those runs. They are fun, but hard. What does Sherry look like in the original? Like a little girl. It's actually not that much difference in the remake and the original. They actually did a good job on that, I think. Alright, so just pick up medallions. Nothing fancy here. If you don't wanna... Sometimes Ada can block you. Just try to run as fast as possible so she doesn't do that. Camera skip there. Try to reach the trigger again perpendicularly, like watching to the wall. Be careful with those angles because they matter. Alright, we are now going for Train Birkin. Nothing fancy here. This trigger here sucks, so just do it slow. I do it slow even in my runs because it really is annoying. If you try to do it fast, you will activate the prompt again and you will lose time. Like the remake, but with a weirdly Japanese schoolgirl outfit. Exactly. Perfect description. Just shoot the hands here. Wait until the hands start showing up to aim. Don't shoot before or it tanks the shot. What? How did that hit me? My bad. She looks like a sailor. Yeah, actually. Alrighty. Next dodges. I'm gonna explain it when I'm right there. Kinda annoying dodges and a little bit of RNG. Next. Those hands, Birkin's hands, just shoot them. Nothing fancy there. Shoot them with the handgun. And that's it. You wanna have these bites because it's faster. If you shooting with the Magnum, it actually takes more time and you waste your bullet. So come here, return, go. Come here, return, go. That's the dodge.
Yeah, that first zombie that you took the bite on, if you get there a bit slow, Ada will start shooting that zombie.
Oh, yeah.
And as you're trying to push him off, right when you're about to do it, Ada's shot cancels the fall down, and then he just re-bites you, and it's lovely.
Yeah, exactly. So, wanna be careful with that. If Ada starts shooting, it's really bad. You can lose a lot of time there. And sometimes when you get grabbed by the zombie, for some reason, when Leon pushes him, he doesn't fall to the ground. That's really unlucky, but it can happen. So you have to get 2 bites. Alright, here, just pick up the key to activate the train. Pick up these bullets, are important. And go. Alright, now I can explain something about the menu here. So you want to do a fast menu here. So you reach this trigger from this side, and what you want to do here is going right down to reach this slot where the Magnum is. You want to combine or reload this with the magazine you have here, and then equip the Magnum, and then use the key. So there's something I know that most people don't know here, but in this menu you can actually input 2 actions and they will work. So if I do down and action at the same time, it actually goes down and presses action at the same time. The game is not coded like that to do that, but the frames on this menu are so fast that you can do it. And this is something I do, and that's why my menu is fast, and people always ask me about that. So you can input 2 actions at the same time in this menu, and that's something that doesn't happen, I think, in any other RE game. So that's why I love this menu. So remember, I can go up, down and action and it will still work. I can go up, left, action, and it will still work. So that's how we do fast menus here. So I go right, down, action, up, action, left, right, action, then action to equip the handgun, and then down, action to use the key. So it will be like this. That. So it is fast because of that, because you can input 2 things at the same time. So just remember that, and that's something a lot of people don't know. In the clock tower, what Carlos does the hospital in R3, or do you think Jill is in R2? Yeah, of course. Alright, so now we reach Train Birkin. This fight is kind of annoying because you're reaching a place where you start to get nervous, because you have to be sharp with your quick shots here. There are a lot of ways of doing this fight, but I'm just gonna explain the 4x4 because it's the most used, the one that people use the most. So yeah, just go to the corner, to the right side corner, and then start shooting 4 times with quick shots. Then wait for Birkin, pre-turn, go to the bottom and do another 4 shots. Okay, wait for there, reload your gun, wait until he starts moving, and then shoot. Don't shoot before, because if you shoot before, he still has iframes. So right when he's like this, when he like starts moving his feet, that's what I use as a visual cue. And like when he starts going towards you, that's when you shoot. Don't shoot before, or you can risk it to lose the bullet there, and you will have to shoot again, and you will also lose time. That's it. That's the fight. That's the 4x4. And now we reach laps, which is the last part of the game.
Don't die on me, Ada. Come on.
SRT is nice for that. Yeah, you can check out the boss HP on that, so it's pretty useful. Here comes a door. Don't forget. Don't skip it immediately. Wait for the door. Wait for 1.45 seconds and then skip this door. So wait there. Now. And another cutscene.
Welcome back. Hey, take it easy.
Take it
We're
easy.
inside Umbrella's secret lab. I'll go find something to
So yeah, I hope you're having fun, guys. I know it's like a really detailed tutorial, but it's pretty good because there are not that many tutorials about this game in general. There are a couple, but I always wanted to do something like this so more people can understand and get to know the game better, and maybe get motivated to run the game. So I hope it helps you guys to understand some things, and yeah. So yeah, we reach laps, and this part here, be careful with this corner right here. With this corner, you want to pre-turn a little bit to the right and do like look, if I just pre-turn like this, I will get stuck with this corner. You don't want to do that, because that's a huge time loss. You have to then move like this and then try to arrange your line. So pre-turn enough and then move appropriately. So pre-turn, go. Be careful with that corner. I remember once Pyramid lost a Su 49 with that corner, so be careful. Corners are your enemies in these games. Okay, go left. Yeah, them corners. All right, here. All right, if for any reason you got in caution, you want to pick up this fast here and use it when you open up the menu to use the vaccine here. So be careful with that. If you're in caution, don't forget this fast because you will need it. But ideally, you don't want to use any of that here. You need to be in fine if you want to have like an optimal run. So yeah, here just pick up this thing. You can try to pick it up while you're running to the right. So the movement you want to do here is pick that up and then reach this corner here, this like little computer here, and then open the menu to use the vaccine there. So like that. So let's do it. I pick it up. Oops. Again. Pick it up. Then open menu, equip Magnum, and use the little vaccine here. Great. Don't forget the Magnum there. You still have one chance to equip the Magnum if you forget, which is the next menu. Once we get the frozen thingy here, we will have to open the menu again to use it in the middle of the robot that controls the system that controls the doors. So I'm gonna show that up. Try to do be careful with those corners as well. They can actually, you can get stuck there. So yeah, move forward, open menu. Don't get too greedy with this part. If you're too far away, it doesn't work. Try to get close enough, like around here, and while running to open the menu. So here, if you didn't equip the Magnum, now's your time. Equip it and then use this thing. So if you equip it, use slot 7 way fast way and use the vaccine there. Now you can go to the right door, to the red door. So we're good. All right, and that trigger, just go straight, go left, and mash action. Okay, that part is just go forward and hold shift and up and left, or forward and left, and be careful because it's really bad if you don't have the right position when you're in that trigger of the door. If you're looking too much to the right, don't do that. Just pre-turn and go around the plants. But if you are like perpendicular to the door, then you can do that. Just hold action up and left and then go around the plants, which is what I just did. Alright, and now we reach the lickers. This part, it's kind of annoying. This dodge is really annoying, and it can be done in several different ways. But the way, I'm gonna try to show the way most people do it, which is... Okay, let's just go there and try to... The thing is... Oh wait, I only have one chance to show it because there's a licker that comes from the ceiling, and that's a one thing. I can't reset the room and show it again. That's a one thing action. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and get close to the left wall, to the right wall, sorry. There's a lamp, like a large lamp into the wall in front. You wanna reach that spot and stop there, arrange your line, pre-turn, and move a line with the other wall. So it's hard to explain like that. Just check it out if I can do it. Like that, but I can't believe that worked. Okay, so once you reach that lamp there, and just arrange your line, move, pre-turn, and go to that wall. So when you reach the other licker, he will try to lick you, and then you can, when you like see the camera change, you can move the line. So you press left, and if you hear that the sound of the licker, it's because you did it right. Sometimes the other licker won't jump. He will just get close and scratch you, which is unfortunate, because if that happens, there's a chance that the other licker will scratch you as well. But if you do that, most of the times it works. these lines with the lickers are kind of complicated. Even if you do it right, if you do them right, sometimes they don't work. They're like super precise, but that's the way you do that line. I'm glad we had it the first try, because as I said, and that's an action that happens only once, and I can do it even if I reset the room. All right, so now this part here is kind of tricky, these lines here, but just try to be as close to the shape that thing has, and you will do good lines. Move a little to the left here. Go to the room. Pre-turn right. Go up. Wait for the door. Okay, you want to go in that direction, and watching. You have to be like almost hitting the wall a little bit, like running against the wall a little bit, because that will make the other zombie to go away. If you don't, if you're, it's what we talked about before, that the way the zombies track the character. So you want to do that so the zombie goes far away. If you don't, if you're like, I don't want to do it because I'll messed up, but if you are watching too much like to the right where the zombie is, he will actually start following you, and you don't want that, because in the exit he will be there and he will grab you. So just be close to the wall here and running a little bit against it, and that should work. And after that, just try to dodge the zombies. Just go left, not a big deal here. Just go left here. Close your line. Okay. That zombie is also RNG. Sometimes he's close to the like where the cart is, and sometimes he's not close. So, oh, Insane BB, thank you so much for the raid, sir. Welcome. We're doing a tutorial here, almost in the end, but yeah. So we're here at the labs, and here when you're trying to grab the umbrella card, that zombie's RNG, but you can always pass through with a good line. So make sure to mash properly here. If you mash fast, you will pick up the card and everything will be fine. So just make sure to do that, pick it up fast and get out super fast. Like that. It was kind of fast there. Get close to the wall there. Oh. Doesn't matter, just take the line, that line, and leave. Return right and go.
Yeah, when you take that entry into the room, you know, you're saying going on the right side of that rail. When you come out, that zombie in the corner, I always like saying we put him in his no-no corner.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way to do, because as I said before, if you are close to the zombie, he will be right there waiting for you in the door. So you want to put him in the no-no corner. Yeah. Alright, so now we reach this dodge here, which is also super hard. I would say this and the blue hallway dodges are the hardest ones. The way we manipulate this, there are different ways, but I think the most consistent one is the one that in which we walk, run, then walk again, and then run again. I think I can show this a couple of times. Yeah, this I can show it. I can show this several times so you understand what I mean. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just walk, run again at the beginning. That's what you will see here. So walk, run, close the line. All right, that was. So this is not supposed to be RNG, but it's so sharp that it's like impossible to always do it right. So that I messed that up. And if you do it right in the right timing, the second licker, the licker in the middle, is supposed to jump, and the last one, the third one, is supposed to jump as well. And neither of them jumped, so that was bad timing. Let's try to do it right now, and we'll analyze it later. Yeah, that's it. And then you go. So that's the way to do it. I'm gonna show it again. Just manipulate it so you're here, you walk, you run, you walk again, and then you run. The thing is that the timing of that movement there needs to be really precise. So just like I'm trying to do here, try to do it always like that. Oh. Okay, so as you saw on that one, that's a great example, because sometimes the licker in the middle won't jump, but you can still dodge it. I dodged it there, and he didn't scratch me. And the last licker, it can jump or not. If the second licker doesn't jump, there are high chances that the last licker won't jump either. So that's a thing that happens a lot, but sometimes, like this occasion, the last licker actually jumped. So you have to be prepared, because if you're not ready, he will actually get you there, because most of the time you're gonna think like he's not gonna jump because the second didn't jump, but he can jump, and you have to be prepared. Just keep going in a straight line, don't freak out. Or if you listen to, like, the way you know if he's jumping, the last licker, is if you hear him. He starts doing that sound, and when you hear him, you start doing something. So either you just keep going in a straight line and he won't get you, or you move to the right like I did there. But you have to react. If you don't react, he will actually like attack you there, and that attack deals a lot of damage. It will definitely kill your run. So yeah. Okay. That's lickers, and a lot of practice in those lickers, nothing to do there. If you go to speedrun.com, in the resources section, there are a lot of saves. I made saves for this category. You can go and grab them, and the saves will put you in all the different dodges through the game, so you can practice. Right, so we reached the final really hard room of the game, which is ammo disc. Ammo disc, as well, it has a lot of ways to be done, but I prefer to go safe on this, especially because you're almost finishing your run, and if you do something wrong here, your run is over, even if your record pace or whatever. One small mistake here is definitely rip, because there are a lot of zombies, and you know what happens when you get grabbed by one, then the others will just follow and almost kill you there. So what you want to do here is you enter the room, you hold aim and action to shoot the first zombie, like already holding immediately after you skip the door animation when you enter this room. So you kill the zombie. There's another way of doing it, but it's kind of complicated. No one does it, so I don't think it's worth to mention, which is the Jolly way. But in this way, we just kill that zombie, and we grab the bullets. After that, like, beside the bullets, there's a fast. Be careful not to grab the fast. The triggers on that table where the fast and bullets are really bad. So you have to be really careful to grab the bullets. The trigger is really annoying. And after that, just go and turn on the light. Let's do it. I'm gonna try to do it and then we explain it, because otherwise it's gonna be complicated to understand. So shoot the zombie, turn right, grab the bullets, turn left. Be careful with its body. Sometimes the body can block you there, so move a little to the left there. Alright, now turn on the light, pre-turn right, or you can aim if you want. If you aim here, he will aim to the zombie and do like a quick turn here, but it's kinda I don't like to do it because it's almost the same time. So now after you have turned on the light, you want to be close to this wall. Just follow the straight line close to this wall until the corner. So this is a little of a safe strat that I came up with because I was losing too many runs in this part. Because what people used to do before, or they still do, is just going a little YOLO and like go around the zombie like immediately, right? But what I do is I reach the corner, I stopped, I pre-turn right, and then I move. That makes the zombies like they walk towards you when you're in the corner, so you have a little more time to pick up the ammo disc, which by the way has one of the worst triggers in the game. So you want to be matching really fast there. So yeah, so let's do that part. Let's see if I can do it right. Haven't done it in ages, so sorry if I messed up. Alright, that worked, but it was really close. But that's what kind of what you want to do. Just reach the corner, pre-turn a little bit, and then go. So if you do it right, like 99% of the times you'll do it and you won't get grabbed there. If you go for the other strat where you don't stop and just go, it's kind of risky. It can work and it saves time. It's like a 0.8 difference of time, which is a lot considering this how optimized this route is. But I don't like to risk the runs there. I just do that. It's just 0.8 seconds, not worth it. So remember, just go to the corner, pre-turn, and then go pick up the ammo disc and just get close to the wall. And that's pretty much it. There you go.
You murdered my husband. I know what you're looking for. You came for the G-virus, didn't you? But you'll never take it from me. This is
Now
my
we
husband's legacy.
are almost in the end. We need to wait 2 more cutscenes. This Annette cutscene and the Ada cutscene,
You know who I'm talking
which
about.
are considerably long. So
You really
this is when you start getting super nervous if you're in record pace or in PB pace.
She's one of the operatives sent here by the agency. The only reason why she came here is to obtain the G-virus.
That's a lie.
No, it's the truth.
It's the truth.
This when I did a background check on her. She specifically got
So,
close to John and became his girlfriend.
what else?
To get information about Umbrella.
What's next? I'm gonna try to explain it while
I know her.
we're in the Ada cutscene. As
You don't want to
as
believe it, I know.
like as best as I can.
About to die.
The next like really hard thing to do is dodging naked zombies. So back in the day, I think people used to just shoot the naked zombies, which is okay, but you lose a lot of time doing that, unfortunately. So the RNG in the naked zombies is crazy. There are a lot of RNGs, and if you wanna do like the super YOLO line on the naked zombies, either you recognize perfectly what the RNG is, or you just YOLO like there's no tomorrow and go for the line, which is I think what Mac did in his 48-45, which is crazy. He went for that line, for that super YOLO line, and he actually got it. That's a huge time save.
I've been waiting for
So
you, Leon.
the good thing is I can show the room a couple of times because we have the infinite
Know
HP.
what it's about. So
But yeah, this room is kind of complicated, and I don't recommend doing that YOLO line ever, unless you're going like super incredibly crazy times like 48, super 48-40 or something like that. Otherwise, I don't recommend doing that. You can always do the other line, which is going close to the naked zombie, turn, go right, go to the other naked zombie, turn, and like pre-turn, and then move forward.
Ada,
That's
don't give up.
like the best thing to do. It's a little slower, but it's definitely safer. Even that doesn't guarantee that you will get past through them. It's still hard to do, but it's safer, definitely safer than the YOLO line. Or the other thing you can do is just shoot them, but you'll lose around 4 seconds with that, which is a lot. But remember, naked zombies deal 45 damage, which is a lot. So you're usually in like 160 HP here or 180 HP if you did everything perfect, and 2 bites of them will actually put you in caution, and that's more than being dangerous, is a lot of time loss, because pre-turning in caution just takes a lot of time. So yep. This music here is super dramatic and oh my god, you get super nervous here if you're in PvP with this damn music. Alright. These next plants, just go behind the plant. Don't forget there's a plant here. Go behind. Return right. Return left. Enter the room, and we're gonna do this a couple of times. So, like this. Okay, so that was actually really good RNG. That could have been the Super Jolo line, but didn't work. So the first zombie's position is super RNG. I'm doing the Leone hard dodge and it's different. But that's like the way you dodge them. It's a little safer and it works most of the times. Except if you get stuck in the corner. Gotta practice that because that can happen. So be careful with that. Okay, let's try to do it at least once. Fuck. He was really in the middle, bad RNG with the second zombie. But my movement wasn't good anyways. You need to be really sharp with this after you dodge the first zombie. Okay, it's something like that. So you try to like dodge the first one and be right in front of the second one. Then pre-turn again to the right and go around him. That's kind of what I did here. I did there. But that was just because he was super good RNG. He was really close to the other wall. But most of the times the second naked zombie is in the middle. So you have to be really sharp with that. You can check out some... I think I'm the only one that does this trick in runs. And I think maybe every fan. I don't know. But yeah, you can check out my run and Arifan's run. And I think he does it. I'm not sure. To see like how it is really like actually done. So, but it's kind of like that. It's just hard to do, and I'm really rusty, so sorry for that. All right, so slot A there. I don't risk my runs on that. I just go safe. As you can see, I did down, right, and then down. Okay. Yeah, you can always shoot them. Shoot them is okay. At that point, if you don't want to risk the run, you can just shoot them. It's a 4 seconds time loss, so if you want to go for world record, you will have to do either the Super YOLO line or that strat I just showed you. Alright, G4. G4 is annoying. Okay, so what's gonna happen is G4 is gonna came down from the ceiling, and what we will do is we're gonna move forward and then tap left, and we want to position ourselves in a specific spot. We want to be in the, there's like a big letter in the like painted in the floor, and there's, I don't remember what it says, but there's a P, there's a letter P. You want to position Leon there. It's not like a super it's not like you have to be there obligatory, but it's better if you do it. Sometimes if you're more to the left it works, sometimes if you're more to the right it works, but that's like your reference point, if that makes sense. And once you're in the P, in the letter P, just aim, and then you want to shoot down, because well, you don't have to shoot down actually, you can do it normally here, but shooting down, as we talked before, it's a little faster. And do you skip a Mac clip? No, I didn't, although I loaded a save here, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's an extra one you can pick up after that Ada cutscene after G2. There's one by the typewriter. So if you're like you're extra worried about things, but that's not one you would pick up in the run.
Oh yeah, when you put when Ada is like in the bed, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's an extra magazine there that you can pick up. you can do it, but you don't need them if you have picked up the 2 magazines before train Birkin, which is the one that's inside the train and the one that's in the previous saving room. And that's enough to kill Birkin here. So you kill Birkin here with 12 bullets. Alright, 12, 7, yeah, 12 bullets. Right, so let's do that. The first form, the first phase, just like what I said, go forward, left, get into the P, aim, down, and start quick shooting. So...
Ah, stranger, stranger.
Oh, what? I don't know what that was, but okay, thank you. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, this is really important. You want to quick shot 3 times, and the last shot you don't want a quick shot. That makes that helps so G4 always jumps, right? Sometimes if you only do quick shots, he will actually not jump, and you don't want that. If he doesn't jump, it's fucking rip. Like literally, it's rip, and you can do anything. So it's really important to make G4 jump. So always do 3 quick shots and then a normal shot. That makes him jump every time. Well, not every time, but most of the times. Okay. After that, you can use the strat I use, which is shoot Birkin G4 at this point while he's jumping. So you want to aim after the second, when you're in the second phase, when he is like in the dog. So you're aiming, and when he's in the air, you want to shoot. If you shoot before, sometimes he won't jump. So be super careful with that. If you want to shoot him there, you have to shoot him when he's in the air. Even shooting him in the air sometimes doesn't work. So it's kind of risky, but it does save time. So be careful with that. So yeah, let's do that first phase. Let's see if I don't mess up. I have a save here, so it doesn't matter. Okay, I missed 1 bullet there. What? Alright, as you saw there, my position was bad. I was a little more to the left in the P. So that made the camera change. And sometimes when that happens, when you aim and shoot, you miss the shot. So be careful with that. That can happen. So we'll do that again, okay? No worries. You want to be in the P. Remember that. You want to be in the letter P. Alright. I have a C in G4, I think. Yep, here. So let me open the room jump to. Room jump to. And then we're gonna go there. It's called G Soko. It's in Japanese, by the way. Okay, so we enter here, and now we're here.
5 minutes until detonation.
So let's try to do it right this time. Oh, you know what? Before I actually activate the switch, so where you want to be is here in this P, right? This P from the platform sign here. So when you're here, like you start from here, right? After Birkin is coming down from the ceiling, just move forward, left, and then reach the P. Once you reach the P, let go of everything and press aim. That will make Leon automatically aim to G4 here. Then press down and then start shooting. So 3 quick shots. 3 quick shots. 1, 2, 3, and then the last one has to be a slow shot. And by the way, you want to rotate Leon while you're shooting, which is kind of hard, but you'll get the hang of it after practicing. So 1, 2, and rotate. So the way you rotate is aiming down and pressing right. So you want to be pressing right. So he does it slower when he's shooting. So okay. So again, aim down, 3 shots, quick shots, and rotate right. And then 1 last shot normal. Okay. So that's it. Let's try to do it. Forward and left. There you go. That's perfect. That's what you want to do, and that will make Berkinji for jump almost every time. It's not guaranteed that he will jump, but it works most of the times. All right, now in this part, wait, let me just go out of the game. In this part, you have the choice. You can either shoot while he's jumping, while he's in the air. Remember, in the air, not before. If you shoot before, he won't jump. He will jump, but to the other way, and that's rip. So you can either shoot him in the air or just not do it, and then just try to position Leon in the right spot, and then try to shoot. But you will have to shoot once more. So I like to shoot in the air. It's faster, and if you get the hang of it, you can do it. So let's try to do it. Remember, when he's in the air. So I'm aiming. Okay, that was too late. Super rusty. You can't do that, or you will miss a shot that you need, a bullet that you need. But okay, even with that, you can still save it. You can still fix it. So just pre-turn right and position Leon in the right spot, which is, let's try to do it right here, around here. Okay. So why do we want to be there? So Birkin stops jumping there, but he will get stuck because of the Leon's position. There's like an invisible wall up there that will make him be like getting stuck there. So yeah. As you see, he's still there, and then you can start quick shooting. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna show it once more and see if I can do it right, and shooting in the air. And that's pretty much it. You can decide to shoot while he's jumping or not. It's up to you. As you can see, even if you miss the shot, you can still fix it. So it's just it's faster. That's it. Okay.
5 minutes until detonation.
Oh, I should have shown the other position where you wanna be. Okay, let's try to do a fight, and I'll show that afterwards, and that's it. That should work. So at this point I'm aiming. I'm holding the aiming key, and when I see him in the air, I shoot. It's kind of tricky. As you saw, I missed the shot, but you can definitely do it. It's possible. So let's try to do it now. There you go. And that's 6 shots. So that's the good thing from shooting in the air. You only have to shoot 6 times when he's stuck there. So it's considerably easier if you do the air shot the right way. Right, so I want to show pretty quick where you want to be with Leon here in the second phase. So this position is pretty good. You can be a little more here. You don't want to be that much to this part of the floor. Like I don't know if you can see this red spot here, this red light. You see that's reference, and don't go too much to the left, like around here. If you're like touching that green light with Leon, that's bad. You don't want to be there. You want to be a little more to the right, and don't be too much to the in front of this ceiling here, of this cell here, whatever it is, or it will jump down. Don't be too much here, or he will jump down. Gotta be like in the middle, okay? Around this spot is perfect. Around this spot. So yeah, after that, remember that if you aim, Leon's position changes. So have that in mind. And yeah, so after you shoot here, you just pre-turn right and go. Last elevator, just 1.45 seconds. Go left, right, and that's it. We just did 1 hour of PV. All right, that will be pretty much it. I hope you learned something, guys. What do you think, Mr. Deagle?
I think that was very good. Nice and incredibly detailed. Definitely learned things I didn't know.
Oh, really? That's
That'll
good.
probably help me with Leon B.
Yeah, definitely. I think like lots of things we talk here will be definitely helpful for the other scenarios. So, yeah, I hope you guys learned something. And if you still have any questions or stuff, just hit me up with a message. Or pretty sure any of the RE2 runners will help you happily. So, yeah, I hope. I know I may have forgotten a couple of things, details, but I tried to do it as as detailed as possible, and I think it was pretty good. I mean, we were 3.5 hours here, so I think yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I guess yeah.
Yeah, and thank you again for joining us for this. Been trying to get as many of these